must return to Grand Seal before the world is devoured. The whisper, faint and weak, you couldn't exactly tell who had said it. And hello, phone, shut up. Phone ruining my narration.
Wow.
Phone, you fucked up my narration. Anyways, all of you begin meandering your way towards Adventure City. Those of you who might have seen yourselves as enemies, those of you who knew you were allies, those of you who knew you had promises to keep, or just any sort of that like. And as each of you reaches the city, even among the outer gates, some guards escort each and every one of you, recognizing you pretty much on sight, to the meeting chambers of the castle of Grand Seal. While inside, there are many nobles and fellow adventurers. Some of you even recognize Rorik from among the crowd and his group. Others of you begin to eye and see each other among the crowd. And you hear again from this time the I almost said throne room instead of just throne. This time from the throne, the same old, weary, decrepit voice that you had heard whisper to you. Except this time it sounds booming, as if amplified by a spell, for it really has to be, as you look upon the King of Grand Seal, and even the Queen. Both seem to be extremely elderly. And the king says, I thank you all for coming out today, for all venturing from all corners of Grand Seal. It pleasures this heart to know that there are still reliable adventurers and even nobles among you all. I regret to inform that most of you will not be adventuring out from the city, for I will need your defenses here. But those of you that I do need to adventure out to help me take care of this issue, I would like to call you forward now. Damn doorbell! I'll be right back.
All right. Whose name is Damn Doorbell? That sounds like a really weird name.
Man, the years have not been kind to the king.
What did the king used to sound like?
I don't remember them being that old, but it's been a while.
It's only been like 3 years, and now he's like 175, and you're like, what the fuck happened to you? I bet you like maintaining the barrier aged him or some shit.
Oh yeah, if that he had to do something like that, absolutely.
Powered by Tarask scales. It's kind of like
Powered by
magic.
Dwarven Forge.
Mm-hmm.
This doorbell ring brought to you by Dwarven Forge.
This doorbell ring brought to you by DoorDash.
DoorDash.
Continuing on after doorbell. A basically representative off to the king's side pipes up afterwards. The king is very weak right now, so I will be taking his place for calling you all up here. First, I would like to start with Istithan. Istithan, are you out there?
So Holly, just in front of everyone, turns into Istithan to walk forward.
Before you do that, I actually have something planned for it if you don't mind me taking over that.
Sure, go for it.
Objection!
So you begin to hear a rhythmic tapping as Sahali walks from near the back of the chamber, her staff of power tapping with every other step, her raven, evermore, swaying with the movements, keeping an easy balance atop the black opal gem set at the tip of the staff. As she walks to the line in front of the king, the air seems to have a chill air to it, and gazing upon her, you would think that she is almost ghostly. Her confident smirk belies, or maybe even enhances, a clear scar on her face. As a changeling, you know this isn't something she needs to show. But it's weird, because also as a changeling, you can clearly tell she doesn't need to be in her current real form. Only those among the misfits know her true nature.
She will walk to the front, spend an action to turn into Istithan, spend an action to turn back into herself, and be like, "He's not here anymore."
Oh, well, thank you. He gives you a polite nod. Next up would be Tenbo. Tenbo, would you like to come up now? So not many people know who Tembo is, but you see a lot of people begin to shift around almost immediately as a very large presence begins to move forward, his size and exoticness standing out among most of the others present. He walks up to the line as well. The light glimmers off of his fine plate mail and almost seems to be enhanced by the symbols of Bahamut etched onto the armor and shield. Sorry, that meant to be emblazoned. Words are hard. Though scarred, one look at him from even the most untrained eye deduces the countless battles he must have fought to be in front of the king today. As he reaches his place, he turns around to look over the crowd, giving a warm smile that many seem to join in on, not necessarily sure why. Some misfits Some misfits recall why he left Adventure City in the first place, and it isn't lost on any of you that his faith has shifted, and the girl he was with is no longer present.
I am not going to do anything else extra to that. And as a side note, I feel your pain, Miser. I will never make fun of anybody for doing this.
The representative off to the side gives another nod and says, "Next up would be two? Uh, Sasha? I'm not fully sure on the information here. I think it's Sasha. Sasha?"
I'm gonna drop my hood, and that shimmeriness sort of goes away to the cloak, and I'll
Okay.
step forward.
Outwardly, not much has changed about Sasha. She still looks the same as she did when the Misfits knew her 3 years ago. Mouse brown hair tied into a messy bun, gray eyes with that same faint scarring around them. The thing that unnerves you the most is knowing what she is and what is lurking underneath. Not that most in attendance know of the power of Legion or that Sasha commands it. One can only assume that whatever Sasha sees as a problem here, she might deem as even a threat to Legion. Sasha finds her way at the line next to Sohali, and the cold air turns more frigid as Sohali and Sasha stare at each other. And then Sasha just turns and politely nods to the attendant.
Yeah, that's about it.
Sahali cocks an eyebrow at Sasha.
Just gonna stare forward. Not really acknowledge.
Next up would be Alfir. Would you mind coming forward? I got this for you in full, Alfir. You ready?
Yeah.
When called, Alfir gives a slight, okay, and walks to join the others in the line. The Misfits can't quite put their finger on what is different about Alfir. Something has changed. It can't just be the shaggier appearance, the longer hair. Alfir's fluidity of movement doesn't even jostle the short swords at his side. He approaches closer to the line. You can make out some thinner spots of fur marring his appearance in places. It doesn't take long to recall that these spots are from his fall to a grisly death. It is almost in stark contrast to the pristine quality of his armor and bow. As he joins you all at the line, you can finally tell what's different about him. He almost looks more feral, despite the easy expression on his face.
Then I wave at everybody.
The attendant awkwardly waves back at you and says, all right, we have one that we weren't sure was going to show up, but she did manage it, I think. Elira, can you step forward? Elira. The last people to have seen Elira were a couple of misfits as it was, so it comes as a bit of a shock when she starts approaching the line when called. Outwardly, the only way you can explain her appearance is that she doesn't seem real. Every onlooker sees Elira, but it doesn't seem as if she's actually there, as if you're looking right through her. The closer she gets, the more sure of this you are. Until she is standing next to the rest of you in line, and you hear an odd little popping sound as vibrant purple flower petals explode outward from where you just saw a translucent Elira. As the petals fall, you now see the full form of her furball stature and an almost giddy look on her face, as if she may just be playing a game.
Squee.
That's fucking cool.
Let's see. Elira, Sohale, Sasha, Tembo, Alfred. That's everyone.
Yep.
We seem to have everyone on account for now. The rest of you, we will get on to your orders and what needs to happen around the city. The king will address these few personally. You are dismissed. The rest of the room clears out, including the attendant, as the king and queen are left behind with you few.
I mean, I'll turn to face him, but I won't really say much. I will not talk. So, since I, as a player, haven't really been in this game in a while, who do I remember? Who do I recognize out of this group?
Funny enough, you recognize Alfir. He was one of the originals.
Of course.
You recognize Sasha.
Shortly.
Shortly?
I want to say that Tenbo was there for the botched resurrection of
Yes,
Kenku.
Tembo was there. You recognize Sasha, but you never really got to know her. You just
Okay.
know that she was around.
Okay. And
You only
Elira.
recognize Sohali when she had quickly shifted into Istathan and then shifted back into Sohali.
Okay. And Elira, right? She was there. Yes.
You do recognize Elira of a sort, but something still seems otherworldly about her. She still looks different.
Okay. Well, I will nod to Alfir and Elira, but I won't interrupt.
I give him a quirky smile back.
I don't know how to eat and narrate at the same time. This is troublesome.
Bummer.
It's gonna be hard.
The king, to all of you, begins. As you can tell, some of you have met me before. I can no longer contain or hold up this magic barrier. While the scale of... And he kind of blanks out for a little bit, as if he's trying to remember what exactly the beast was that he's actually drawing magic from the scale to actually form the shield. Miser wants to take a bite of food so bad.
Suffer.
The scale of the Tarask, yeah. While it itself has a lot of magic power, holding the barrier around the city was one of the Queen and my own doing. As you can see, it has taken its effect, and why we have given the 3-year limitation to some of you have not heard it before, was because we figured that was as long as we could maintain it, and it appears we were correct. After today, the shield will fall.
What do you need us to do?
When the shield falls, that will open up for the Crystal Lord to begin his invasion in full. We were a pillar of defense against him, but that will no longer be able to be maintained. What I need is a shock troop, you, Misfit specifically, to be able to go out and take care of the Crystal Lord, hopefully before the Tarask is finished summoning in full.
So
Okay.
we kill him today then?
That is the plan, yes.
All right.
In the meeting room, you will find Rorik. Rorik has plenty of plans, I'm sure, over the layout of the uh he blanks out a little bit again. The queen reminds him of the layout of the Crystal Lord's Keep, of course. Ah, yes, the Crystal Lord's Keep. You'll need those plans specifically for that. I need to sleep. I am sorry I cannot. And before he finishes, you actually see a part of him begin to fade to dust. His hand begins to disappear. He raises his arm, looking at it, and he looks back to you guys. Never mind, my time is now.
Oh,
As the rest of him fades to dust.
Shit.
The queen gives a sad smile, as much the same happens to her in very short order.
is there anybody else in this room besides
Nope.
us?
Just you guys, the king and
Ah,
queen.
fucking hell. Okay. Well, I, as a character, will say a silent prayer for the both of them. May God watch over your souls.
We should get moving.
Timing was a bit off.
I don't like this.
None of us like it.
Where did the attendant go to?
The attendant left with the rest,
Yeah,
but you
but-
see another door open that is not where the rest of them had left, and a few of you recognize the familiar presence of Rorik.
I head that way.
I will follow.
I'll keep close to Alfir.
I'm going last.
I skipped behind.
So Holly, you see Elira just skipping right ahead of you.
Yeah, I love it.
That's probably a sight to behold. A giant purrbog skipping along.
I mean, I guess the Holly probably hates it, but I love it.
I'm not stalling for eating food at all, I swear.
Eat.
It's fine, you're letting me fill out my inventory real quick with some of the components that I needed.
Alfir, my boy, it's good to see you alive and well again. Hopefully staying away from any steep cliffs.
I got something to help with that now.
Good. And Elira, it is also good to see you. The other two, I don't recognize. Except for maybe Sasha.
Had I met Isto yet?
Yeah, we traveled together for like a day or something.
Okay. I know it was really quick.
She'll like change her face back to Isathan's face and be like, "You might recognize me better with this face."
That is a little unnerving.
That happens. You get used to it. I won't use the face, so you may remember me from before, but the pale face is my real face, so I'm gonna keep that one if that's okay with you. And she'll go back to her in base
All
form.
right, then.
Did you show up with that other girl?
What other girl?
The other girl. Searching memory banks.
Rolodex clicking.
Talking about
Nope.
Iris?
I got nothing. She was drowish.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh, she's dead. I think.
She's not here.
But that
I-
was you. Yes.
Did not kill her. And yes, that was me.
Okay.
Well, it's been a while for a few of you. Some of you are new to me. However, we don't have time to explain that. I've got the plans for the keep right here. This is where you have to go blah 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 blah. You get the whole plan given to you, as well as the plans for the keep,
Excellent.
and you are hustled out of the meeting room.
Okay.
That's
Wow.
awful quick.
Were we given a way to get there by any chance?
Yep, you have the keep plans right in front of you.
No, I mean, is it in the south? Like, to get there?
Yep,
Yep.
still in the south. It has forever been in the south. You guys
That's-
might actually make it there this time.
Well, that's what I
Hey.
was gonna.
Hey,
I was
Alfred,
gonna
last
offer to
time-
teleport us there if we don't have another way to get there.
Hey, Alfred, the last time we went on this, you died about 2 days out, and then the other me died about a day out. I say we cut it short. Let's just go north now and call it a day.
Wow.
How about we try and go south again? I think we're a little stronger than we were last time.
Yeah, and traveling north wasn't exactly successful for us either.
I
Maybe
would
not
say.
successful for you.
Well, depends on your measure of success, I guess.
I would hope that we would all want to go and either stem the flow of whatever is going to come this way or perhaps stop it, considering there are a lot of innocent people here, my friends.
Yeah, we don't want
From
to
what you
waste too
recall
much time.
of the problems before Tembo, there was an epidemic of mind control happening towards people beginning to just worship this crystal lord for apparently no reason in a lot of cases. What had continued to happen and why you had left the city was to protect Goldie from said mind control, as these forces were beginning to spread and corrupt and begin to undermine the city at its core until the Misfits had helped to protect it.
And I will gently remind them about that and that we should continue to protect the city.
And if there's a risk of a Trask being resurrected, we should probably try and take care of this before that happens, because don't know about you, but I'd rather not fight something that strong.
Agreed.
Fair.
So, guess we should get a move on.
So,
Horses?
am I can teleport us there. I mean,
That-
don't want to walk. Miser, have I ever been there before, by any chance?
Oh,
You
God.
have not, and on the plans, clearly written is that there is protection from invasive teleportation magics.
We could get close, though, right?
There is also detailed reports of how far out you can probably teleport to get close enough, considering Rorik and his own group was also decently skilled at this, so they have been basically testing the barriers of this place for a while
So that
and have not been able to gain any ground themselves. So they are leaving it to what is potentially a more skilled group now to try their hand at it, which is you guys.
so a description would count as this description would count as a description on this D100 table.
If you want to try to teleport to get close enough, you can definitely try to do so. We can see where it goes from there.
Brutal.
So she'll say it's a little it's a little bit risky because I've never been there, but I can try to teleport us.
With
I don't know
the
why she's
schematics,
Australian now. I don't know why she's Australian now. It's happening. Just go with it.
Boy, Mike.
with the schematics
What's
given,
going on over
you
there?
feel as if you could accurately get within at least the mountain range that was to the north of the place.
I'll get us
Wasn't
within
that
what
a-
a day's travel.
Wasn't that about how far we got before we had to turn around?
You got to the southern end of the mountain ranges before some bird had died gruesomely.
Yeah, I mean, just an offer.
That would save us at least a day or two, so that would help out a lot.
All right.
Is everybody ready to go?
I'm as ready as I'm gonna be.
I assume Illyria is eating. That is why she is typing right now.
I look at two. Or sorry, I look at Sasha.
I mean, we're all
Sasha
gonna
is
fucking
too.
die eventually.
This is a very pragmatic way of looking at it, my friend. But yes, it's more of a question of whether or not you are ready to go right now.
I mean, I always packed light, traveled light. I'm good whenever.
Okay.
A potato falls out of your bag of holding.
41 potatoes.
I
Pick up the
picked
potato and put it back in.
Never mind.
Thanks, Alfie.
Oh.
Elira also tried picking up the potato. Alfie and Elira, you bump heads as you both bent down to pick up the potato.
Sorry.
Oh, that's great. My character laughs at that.
Won't have to worry about food on the way.
Come, let us depart.
Carry all the staples.
All right, get close. Are you all ready? Because it lasts for 6 seconds. You got to jump in.
All right, let's go.
We are all ready.
Okay, I cast teleport.
Oof.
Roll those dice.
You want me to roll a D100 or do you want to roll it?
Go for it.
Oh, that's not good.
No, that's
Or is
great.
that really good?
That's very good.
I got it backwards in my head.
Yeah, teleport is one of the few you want to be low.
If I recall, you've actually been to this mountain range before.
Mm-hmm. Fuck.
So you actually is Beyond still like crashing hard?
Yes.
Yeah.
It never went off my character sheet, so it seems to be working okay, but
My
Alright.
character sheet crashes occasionally.
You want to copy paste your character sheet,
Oh.
teleport into there, so I can.
Never
oh,
mind, they
no, it won't
changed
give me
it.
all the details.
yeah.
I'm sorry,
hold
they
on.
flipped it around. It is the opposite way. That's bad.
This is really super long. Sorry, y'all.
I have a
Well,
Yeah.
I will get that full detail before D&D Beyond actually loads for me. So
My
gave you
message
the-
is over
I gave you the
2,000
table.
characters. Hold on. But he gave you the table, so.
Yeah. So depending on which one we're at, I can give you that.
Are we mishapping?
Yeah. At a 28,
so.
we're guaranteedly mishapping. Because I don't, unless it's very familiar, that's the only way we're not.
Which,
unfortunately for Sohali, who was Istothan at the time, this particular moment was almost scarred into her head for a very specific reason. It was her first run-in with death where she had actually cared about something.
Oh.
We have been here.
Oh, well,
Does that mean
aside
we're
from
on
the
target?
trauma, this is actually pretty good for us.
Was this where 2 died?
This is where 2 died.
I brought you to where 2 died because I'm an edgelord.
It was extremely specific in her mind when she tried coming up with the place to go to that she thought of this particular spot where 2 had died. And despite her low roll, she was familiar enough with it to be on target.
Well, I half expected to wind up in another zombie apocalypse, so this is a plus.
It's about as close as we can get, so.
All right, let's get moving.
Yeah, let's get you 2
Guess-
out of here.
Guess I'll start leading the way.
Your other 2,
question for
even
the-
in her more matured state, still kind of reels at this site. Although, also in your head, you just hear, still did my job successfully, in Two's voice.
Question for the DM: did I
Don't
have
deny
any
it.
time to check in a temple before I was ushered into the king?
Not particularly, no.
Okay.
You were ushered basically straight away to that chamber.
That's fine.
In the distance and in the sky, much like you have seen before, the sky is a very deep purplish pink. And in the distance, you see spires reaching up into that purplish pink sky that can only be the Crystal Lord's Keep. But you're still like days away to be able to see them this clearly. This place has just kept growing as well in the 3 years since you guys have been here.
Might
It's
be
gotten
worth
quite
getting
a bit
bird's
bigger.
eye view. Hey, Alfir, you think it's worth getting a bird's eye view?
Just try not to get seen.
Alright, I'm gonna
Want me
pull
to
the
come?
broom out of the bag. And I'm just gonna go up and I'm gonna try to get a better view of what all the surrounding landscape looks like. See if it's sort of affected the woods and everything.
Dude, my perception is trash, but I'll do the same thing but go a different direction.
Alright. Give me perception checks, both of you, while you are in the air.
How many potatoes fell out of the bag while I pulled out the broom?
If you were searching specifically for the broom, none of the potatoes fell out.
Alfir, my friend,
Yeah?
what are your
17.
opinions on these other two? I do not know them very well.
They're capable and should be able to help us get the job done.
Do you trust them?
Do you trust Legion and do you trust a Lich?
Hey, I spent a year with Alfir.
I visited Alfir several times.
Let's just face it here. Alfir was the goodest, for lack of a better word,
Oh.
among all of you.
For sure.
17, by the way, Miser.
He's rolling dice. I should have got my dice out.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
you want me to roll in the...
As I had said earlier, I prefer to see them, but I also just don't care. It's up
That's
to you.
fine. I'll roll in here. 8.
Fail.
That
Gonna
failed.
put a
I think
space after the
you
word
need a
roll.
space.
Hard. Yep. Yep.
Not only
So
did
close.
it fail, it's now stuck there forever because the bot can't see it to delete it.
Nice.
Perfect. Okay.
Bot likes you.
Something you notice, Sasha, is how perfect the blacksmith's blueprints were of the keep and layout around the keep to what you are seeing now. It looks like, besides the gates, the massively formed army that seems as if it's marching out the gates relatively soon, and the assorted flying creatures that are venturing around the midsection of the keep, you seem to be able to catch a glimpse of everything that you have read about in the schematic, and nothing has seemed to really change from that.
When I get back down, these are oddly detailed schematics.
Did she catch like a patrol, like a perimeter patrol of any kind?
There were no. So, Holly, you did not see near as much as
Yeah,
Sasha did,
clearly.
but there were no perimeter patrols, as everything from what Sasha had seen seems like it has been called back to begin a march, what one could assume is towards Adventure City.
Makes sense.
These blueprints are creepily accurate.
Yeah, well, While they're still up there, I guess I'll answer the question. As long as our goals are aligned, I trust them well enough. And I think in this task, we shouldn't have any reason to mistrust them.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, sure. Well, I have a hippie on my mouth.
To be fair, Sasha was one of the only people to ask about Tenbo when the rest of the party forgot about his existence when he left Adventure City.
There was
Sasha
a lot
knows
of
how important the Loxodon is.
Yeah, so Holly really didn't give a shit.
there was a lot of shit going on.
Elira, how have you been? Haven't seen you in forever.
Oh, you know, I've just been playing in the Feywild. It's fine.
Oh yeah?
Oh wow!
How's that been going?
Interesting.
Is that where you went when you disappeared in the forest not too far from here?
Did. There were some things that I had to take care of and ended up staying there longer than I initially intended. Time just kind of seems to not matter.
I have heard rumors that no matter what happens when you encounter the Fae, things change.
Yes. Sometimes good, sometimes bad.
Sasha and Sohali, you two meet up in the air before descending.
Nice trick.
Yeah, I like that we both have it, to be honest.
I mean, can't beat freedom of movement.
Yeah, well, I know that's kind of your thing. But, I don't know. Walking just seems so 3 years ago, you know?
It's a way to get around.
Absolutely. You, been doing alright?
Been getting along fine. How's the whole undead thing?
Well, I don't know if you noticed there haven't been any zombie apocalypses since, so,
Yeah, thanks for that
know.
one.
You're welcome.
They're a good 200 feet up.
Okay.
Just, you know, taking my time. No reason to stir the pot these days.
Well, the next zombie apocalypse you start, just give me like 30 years before that happens.
What?
I
Your
wanna make sure
master
I'm
doesn't
100%.
want all those souls. You sure?
I mean, he's fine with the souls. I'm less fine with the rest of them trying to kill me.
Yeah, well, I'll try and keep him away from you. How about that? Killing you isn't going to get anything that I want done anyway, so I won't bother.
Thinking I'm that easy of a target. Okay.
Oh, not at all, not at all.
Just gonna drop back down.
Yep.
Sasha and Sohali do indeed join you guys again back on the ground.
So
What did you guys see?
The fact that those blueprints are eerily accurate.
well, they've been spending some time scouting it out, so
Good
doesn't
trackers,
surprise
I
me.
would imagine.
It's
Yeah, how'd they protect themselves from mind control again?
There are magical ways to do that.
Something about a Tarrasque scale?
You guys are talking to each other and not expecting a DM enter, right?
Yeah, that was me saying that to the party.
Okay.
I'm just
All right.
saying, stuff's going a bit too right so far.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Yeah?
Too right, mate.
Well, so
It's not like we have much choice either.
yeah, we gotta keep moving along. So it's about a couple days out still. Uh, did you see any patrols or anything, or are you? Is it too far away for that still?
Nothing stirring.
Sasha, you do recall that there are people beginning to get ready to march out of the gates.
Oh. They're massing at the gates. So
Well, which one is it? You said nothing stirring, and then you just said they're massing out of the gates.
Mean.
I mean, nothing around the perimeter, everything inside the keep.
So it sounds like we'll want to not go through the front gate.
Wouldn't suggest it. Hey, you
Just,
remember
Trying
that
to-
you remember that Lord's house that we broke into that time?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a decent way in the back here?
Uh,
Checks the blueprints.
I was about to say check the blueprints. Is there just the main gate, or are there other gates?
Give me an investigation check, whoever is checking the blueprints.
It was that Sasha, Alfie, or me.
Who has the blueprint?
Whoever is checking the blueprints.
That's I mean based on stats, but I'm asking who's doing it. I'm happy to.
Oh, so Holly said she was checking the blueprints first, so
All right. There.
Alfie will
Let's,
help pour over them. But
investigation. Sorry, Brett's computer.
Alfir and
sucks
Sasha
nuts.
bonk heads as they try to inspect the blueprints together.
Alfir and Holly, you mean?
Was it Sahali that said it first?
Yep.
You two bonk heads.
So 29.
Sasha's gonna probably be nervously walking around the perimeter of
That is
wherever we're
a
doing
lot of investigation.
Yeah, dude. I'm smart as fuck.
help cleric.
So Holly, it doesn't take you long with how detailed these schematics are to indeed find out that while there isn't any other gates, and the castle itself rears up to the ocean, basically,
Mm-hmm.
there are some cracks in the defenses that Rorik has detailed. As long as you are willing to scale a cliff or use some potentially magical means to get by. I don't know what all you guys are skilled with. You're level 19 now, so your prowess of skills is far more than I care to keep track of, especially with D&D Beyond as slow it is as it is right now.
Totally fair.
Wow, you can get all that out of the map?
Rorik very carefully detailed the fact that while the castle wall, the walls before the gates go all the way around the castle, they obviously do not stretch into the ocean, and they basically end there, lest it just be easier to scale the walls because of them having to go into the ocean.
So, up this cliff along the ocean is probably the easiest way in, but Sasha and I can fly. I don't know about the rest of you.
I unfortunately cannot, my friend.
I
Don't.
can't exactly fly either.
Well, we
I-
could carry you, Alfir, but probably not Elira or Tenbo on our brooms.
I packed a lot of rope. Maybe we could rig something up.
Hold on. Let me think.
About how high up is it?
Good question.
The wall?
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about a 60-foot high wall. You're not exactly sure what the materials are made of. Even Rorik isn't sure what the materials of the wall are made of.
Ooh.
I mean, there's other ways that I could get us up that wall, or one other person up that wall.
With Would that make a lot of noise though?
One of them yes, the other no.
That remembering, holy damn.
Mm-hmm.
Something about a horde of zombies being attracted to the noise you made with the last one.
So Holly does not even pretend to look bashful at that comment.
So we're all of them named Steve?
They were all named Steve, that's right. You remembered.
But-
Oh, my Steves.
Who had the highest kill counts, Steve's?
Uh,
Hmm.
Tembo,
It
you
was
feel a
stab
bit
'em, wasn't it?
outside of this. Olira, you do too, as these three are reminiscing of a very odd time, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely stab 'em.
And I'll just
Uh,
let them go and just listen quietly.
I think Iris had the biggest kill count because it's kind of hard to compete with a cleric.
Wonder whatever
Against the
happened
undead.
to her.
Inside, Sasha said, "Let me out!"
Uh,
Also inside, Sasha said, "No, get back here, get back here." Yeah, there you go, there you go. Quiet down now.
Be quiet.
um, assuming she went home, beyond that, I don't really care.
Now that the Holly will give a look at.
What?
No, she's just gonna give Alfie an inquisitive look.
Oh.
She wasn't exactly the easiest person to work with.
True words have never been spoken, my friend.
Not wrong.
I
So,
thought of a thing
Yeah?
that could maybe help.
okay.
I could make somebody climb like a little spider.
Hmm.
Alright.
But a big spider that looks like a person.
Okay, this is getting weird.
Wait, hold
Yeah,
on. This
okay.
could
What
work
does
though,
that
right?
mean, Olira?
Basically, you would have spider powers.
Okay.
Would I be a spider?
No.
That's a plus.
She could be a spider if she wanted to, I would imagine.
I could.
Alright, hang on. I actually like this idea. How much rope did we all have?
I have 200 feet of rope.
Okay, we have
I
2
don't think-
brooms.
Uh-huh.
Why don't we take the rope up, anchor it somewhere, and the rest of the party can climb up? Or we fly up, we drop the broom, and then they fly up, and we drop the brooms again, and then the rest fly up.
I don't know about your broom, but I don't think mine can hold either of our larger friends, even
Uh,
by themselves.
Climbing idea should work. I can climb fairly well.
I mean, if you guys want to climb, but it sounds like with magic, potentially,
Well,
it's not necessary. Sasha, didn't you say you could take someone with you?
I could take one person. It
So
would.
take Tenbo. Alfie can fly on your broom, and Lyra can climb like a spider.
That's gonna take sources.
Yeah. If
Alright.
y'all want to climb.
I
Alright.
can go ahead
You
and
guys
climb.
opposed to climbing?
I'll climb. It's better to save what we can because we don't. Who knows
I'm
what
willing to
beyond?
try to climb, but I have a lot of gear on me.
Okay. Alfir, let me
As
see
I
your
bang the plate armor that I'm wearing.
Hold on, I'll see if I have anything that can help you, but I probably don't.
Huh? What was that?
Bling!
That was the metagaming pigeon.
We're
Oh,
still
Jesus,
like
I fucking levitate! What is wrong with me?
Was it? Someone
We're
go
still,
investigate that noise. There was a loud bang over in that direction.
Uh-oh. Wait, who said that?
As you're looking around, you guys see them. They have not seen you yet. A
Seriously? You couldn't
small
see them on the
patrol.
broom? What's wrong with you two?
I did roll really bad on my perception check.
My
A small
natural 20
patrol,
wasn't good
literally just two people on horses.
Oh.
Seems like actually a scouting party at this point had just came near you guys as Tembo had bashed on his breastplate.
I want to
One
Eldritch
of
Blast
the
the
people
horse.
on horses is now coming closer to you.
Oh, never mind. I'm not Eldritch Blasting a horse.
You can. I was gonna cast
And within a couple seconds, he will see you.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'm
Eldritch Blast the far horse.
I'm gonna
I'm
pull
just
out
gonna
my
lightning
weapon.
bolt both of them.
Wow.
Alfir starts pulling out his bow as he realizes it's probably too slow, and he looks at it and is like,
Oh shit! I
guess
am
they
one
got the
level short
secure.
of 4 beam. Okay, that's fine.
Is it though?
I lightning bolted both of them.
Did you roll it? Or is it a save?
It's a dex save 16. I will roll the damage right now.
The first one's a natural 20, the second's a 30, and the last one's a 22. On the far horse.
On the horse itself?
Yes.
You don't even need to roll damage to know that that horse is obliterated.
Oh.
poor horse.
It's a dex 19, and they either take 30 or 15 damage each. All of them. Everybody.
Everyone.
So, in very short order, the far horse was blasted out from under its rider. The rider looked it down very momentarily before gravity took its natural course, just to get a thunderbolt or lightning bolt pierce through his chest as he now sees a hole in his chest as he was looking down and continues falling to the ground dead.
Okay, what
Lightning
about
bolt
the
is
other
the
one?
AoE. Yeah, it's the AoE lightning spell, so they both got hit.
The other guy says, "You there!" At least he was trying to, as he also gets a hole in his chest very promptly, looks down at it, and then falls off of his horse. His horse, at least, is still alive. Neighs loudly and runs off in a random direction.
Alright, hang on.
Where were we?
Miser, I'm gonna cast Soul Cage on one of the riders.
And their deadness?
Yeah, so, as a reaction, when you take, hang on. Which you take when a humanoid you can see within 60 feet of you dies, the spell saturates the soul of a humanoid as it dies and traps it inside the tiny cage you use for a material component. A stolen soul remains inside the cage. Oh god. Cat, stop! Stolen soul remains inside the cage until the spell ends or until you destroy the cage, which ends the spell. While you have a soul inside the cage, you can exploit it in any of the ways described below. You can use a trapped soul up to 6 times. Once you exploit a soul for the 6th time, it is released and the spell ends. While soul is trapped, the dead humanoid it came from can't be revived. So, and I have a soul where we think.
So you need a soul for something, and you now have a soul for something. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured it matched with the character. What the whole
Definitely
Legion
seems
thing.
to. Yes,
Always-
those schematics are very detailed, Olyra. Very detailed.
Okay.
Can
Didn't have to be
I?
so quick on the trigger finger.
Search the dead bodies.
I,
You find nothing of note.
No keys or anything.
No. They
Okay.
When you do search them, though, you see that their attire is literally a light garb of armor on each of them, specifically just so that they could travel fast on their horses, basically as a scouting party.
All right, so
what's
that soul that I trapped, one of the things I can do is query it. You ask the soul a question, no action required, and receive a brief telepathic answer, which you can understand regardless of the views. The soul knows only what it knew in life, but it must answer you truthfully and to the best of its ability. The answer is no more than a sentence or two and might be cryptic. I'm gonna ask it what they were doing here.
Following the whims of the Crystal Lord, of course.
Well, that's good. Okay, guys, they were possessed. Good job on the trigger finger.
Salsa, what did you just do?
I'm borrowing its soul.
And you're going to release it when you're done.
Yeah, of course.
I insight him.
All right.
This isn't gonna go well.
All right, I need to roll. Okay. Plus 17. 23.
Okay.
That plus 17 really saved my ass there.
Yep.
both rolled low.
I should point out that while the King of Grand Seal is dead, or Adventure City is dead, and that was a way to free the souls from control. This is pertinent information to Sasha only, really, but I don't care to drag Sasha out of this channel. Sasha knows of another way to free their souls of one control, but basically to put them in another form of control.
Yeah, that's where this one's going. These 8 hours are up.
Yep.
Alright, we
But-
should
Man, at least I only mess with their meat sacks. Jeez, y'all are giving me shit.
Hey, I still have 5 more uses. One of those is steal life, regain 2d8 hit points. Another is
Hey, I'm
borrow
not-
experience for advantage.
I am not judging you.
I'm judging him very hard. Her.
Another is Eyes of the Dead. I can use it to relive one of its memories. Ooh, actually, I want to use Eyes of the Dead. Hang on.
Jesus.
The action to name a place the humanoid saw in life, which creates an invisible sensor where in that place, if it is on the plane of
As Sasha is basically thinking about all of these ideas for what to do with the soul to make it be more helpful and beneficial to you guys have been continuing apace, walking towards the keep. And there isn't much in the way of anywhere to hide, but it is also getting late, and unless you are planning to travel throughout the night and day to get to the keep, you should probably begin to maybe think about looking for a place to camp.
Alright, and when we set up camp, I'm gonna Eyes of the Dead and look into the Crystal Lord Sanctum.
It's starting to get kind of
Gonna-
late. We should probably set up camp for the night.
This spell is
How
nutty.
far away are we?
I'm questioning
do
why we
we
decided
think we'll
to
get there?
teleport.
What do you mean?
If it
I
was,
teleported us like 3 days closer.
I understand that, but you also teleported us at nighttime, or practically thereof.
No, we've been traveling all day, I think.
Out of character, were we?
No, you've been traveling since basically like a little after afternoon.
Yeah,
So
well,
it's
we're
like half a
closer.
day, almost.
Half a day, basically. Also,
Y'all told me to cast a
so
spell. So I cast it.
Holly,
Yeah. Yes. Yes, God.
remember Remember to roll your d6 for your spells.
Oh, that was out of my staff of power.
Okay.
Miser, I want to do the thing that I linked.
Okay.
I guess we're camping.
Someone give me a survival check.
Alfir?
I can do that.
Not it.
I can do that too.
Ooh. We have 2 people who can do that. That's nice.
I definitely do not want to do that.
Nope.
Then you two give me survival checks. I think
Okay.
it's exclamation, or are you just rolling with dice over there?
I was gonna do it in the thing, just remembering how to do it.
I think
Alright.
it's exclamation mark space roll, and then
What kind of terrain
basically
is
what
this?
Socks did without. Basically what Socks did, just with a space between the exclamation mark and the roll.
No, it's after the word roll and before the
Okay.
dice.
What kind of terrain is this? Is it just kind of open grassland or?
Grassland.
Okay, add 6 to that then.
Oh wow, that was really crappy.
So
A
24.
2. So 24 and 13. You're both searching for a suitable place to camp that is relatively quote unquote covered. Basically what that means is you're searching for a more hillish area to be able to keep some cover between the vision of whatever could be coming from the keep and you guys. And it just so happens that Alfir chances upon a prime spot for this first. Ilaria coming up a little bit afterwards, as Alfir is basically about to tell the group.
Find a place to camp.
I found flowers.
Are they good smelling flowers?
I think so. I
Good.
offer them to Tenbo to smell.
I smell them.
Very aromatic. Smelled like tulips.
Nice. They are very nice smelling
Lovely.
flowers.
I give him one and I put the other in my hair.
I take it and I find a place to put it on my plate mail somewhere.
Apparently, Olara has become a hippie.
Sounds about right.
That's what happens
Tembo's,
in the Feywild, man.
probably just reminded of Goldie.
Aw.
Yep, a little bit. I like how everybody in this group except for Socks knows who Goldie is. Out of character.
I don't know. Socks talks to Bex, so he
I'm
might
gonna
know.
assume it's related to the thing that I'm
Yeah,
blanking
well-
on the name of right now.
Bex talks to Socks, but not when Socks is living at work 24/7.
Noted.
Which is a lot lately.
Speaking of which, Socks, we should get dinner sometime soon. Anyway.
Yeah.
So what were you talking, Socks, with your spell? Now that a safe place for camp has been set up, some flowers have been exchanged and sniffed. What are you doing with your spell?
Okay, so I want to use the Eyes of the Dead aspect, and I'm gonna name the Crystal Lord Sanctum. So it looks like a scry for 10. Let's see. Can use your action name of the place of humanoid saw in life, which creates an invisible sensor somewhere in that plane if it is on the plane of existence you're currently on. The sensor remains for as long as you concentrate, up to 10 minutes, as if you were concentrating.
I'm reading that.
You receive visual and auditory information from the sensor as if you were in the space using. Yeah. So essentially, I'm gonna try to name the Crystal Lord Sanctum or wherever he was mind controlled by Crystal Lord to try to get a look inside.
Do you have dark vision?
Yes, I have Witch's Sight. So dark vision, 120 feet, in magical or non-magical darkness. Sorry, I have Double Sight, which is can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, to a distance of 120 feet. I also have Witch Sight. You can see the true form of any shape changer or creature concealed by an illusion or transmutation magic while the creature is within 30 feet of you and within line of sight.
You see what would be dark space usually, with what seems like a large wall at the end of it. As you look at this wall closer, you just since basically it's all you can really focus on in this place. There's nothing really anything else of detail, and there's nothing here at the moment besides this wall that just continues to keep seeming more and more odd. And you realize why. This wall, ever so slowly, is rising and falling. Rising and falling.
Is it almost like it's breathing?
It does seem like it could be something that could be breathing. And then give me a perception check.
Alright. Perception is plus. Uh, 12.
You don't see this extra thing, but you can sure as hell feel it as this monstrous presence forces you out of this vision somehow. Not out of any sense of like it forced you out of your own sense of fear of it, so much so that it almost shocked the beings inside you as well.
Whew, shit. Guys, I have some bad news. I think the building's alive.
That doesn't sound particularly bad.
Which building?
So I tried to just look in on the keep, or wherever the sanctum of the Crystal Lord, and I saw a wall moving up and down, and then I felt a presence, and I thought it was best to get out.
So you
So I
mean the
want,
tower?
yeah, I think the tower is alive.
Okay, that
That's
is a little frightening. Yes.
that is not good, because if the crystal word's in there and the tower's alive, then we're not only dealing with him and whatever beings are there with him, we're dealing with the very floor we would be standing on.
I really don't like the thought of marching into its sanctum.
Tembo, would you actually like to ask that question about the spell, or are you just keeping that to text?
I was waiting for this flavor RPG to finish. I'm not going to interject right now.
Okay.
So Holly, I have a feeling the Crystal Lord may be the building.
Interestingly bad.
That's what I'm thinking based on what you just said.
Who says that?
Wait. What?
That was Miser voicing back.
Yep, being sad
Oh.
about it.
I thought it might be, but I wasn't sure.
Hey, I got the laugh I wanted out of it. I'm good.
Maybe we can find out more once we get closer, but for now we should probably get a rest so we can start early in the morning.
Yes. I can fashion a building for us to rest in if you wish.
Would we need to keep watch from this building?
For my building?
Yes.
You need to keep watch on my building?
I don't understand what you mean by a building.
I'm going to craft a building out of magic. Surely you understand how that works.
And it's just going to be here in the middle of the forest.
Yes.
That's not suspicious at all?
Neither is going to be a bunch of people in a tent.
I mean, a tent's easier to hide in the middle of a forest.
Grasslands.
We're kind of in grasslands right now
Grasslands.
but we're kind of in a recess that can
Yes,
keep
it
us a
does
little more
prohibit
hidden.
certain creatures from entering based on what I choose. Celestial, Fey. I look towards Elira. Obviously, I will not be choosing that. Demonic or undead.
I mean, I have a feeling we'll still want to keep watch then.
Of course.
Yeah, because
Is there a particular reason why you don't want me to choose undead?
I'm actually great if you choose undead.
I'm not. My character's not looking at you. It's looking at Vex.
So Holly is talking, yeah.
I see.
that would pose a problem for
Okay.
her.
Well, I, for the sake of what we are doing, will not investigate or question you further on that. But I guess that is good to know. But yes, that is an option should you all wish to take it, or we can use tents, yes.
I'm fine with what you want to do.
We already know that there's scouts around, so
I'll take first watch though.
the less conspicuous we can be, the better.
Okay. No bed or no building it is.
Alfred
can
starts
make-
pulling tents out of his the 2 tents he's got out of his bag of holding.
Elira starts to speak up.
Yeah, I can make a druid grove.
That would actually probably be
It's even got stuff that will guard us while we sleep.
As much as Sohali usually isn't affected by things, Sohali's eyes raise a bit at this.
I would be. I mean, if you have it in quotes, how do you say 2 O's and a period in the middle? Then it just looks like 0.0. Unfortunately,
Sohali now
Elira,
also looks a little indignant at her reaction that she just had.
Unfortunately, Elira, I think the issue with the groves is that it would still be conspicuous.
Oh. Okay.
Perhaps another time we can explore these groves.
That would be fun.
Can use it on the way back.
Who is we?
Oh, I have another idea, guys.
Okay.
Hey,
Go ahead.
it's really good. It's really good. Okay. So I could take you to the Feywild.
That
That
sounds.
And how would we get back, per se?
probably the same way.
Yeah, I just cut back.
Question.
Yeah?
How does time work in the Feywild? I've done
It's tricky.
Uh-huh. What does that mean?
It's hard to explain.
Would we come back in the here and now, or would we come back 5 years from now?
I ponder as I look to see if I have a deity.
Small stints of time shouldn't affect you too much.
As long as we don't stay there too long, we should be okay.
My concern with that, Elira, is that as I look towards the rest of the group that have looked at the map, are we considered inside the Crystal Lord's territory now?
Yeah, we may not actually be able to come back to this point.
And that I'm assuming that would be using some of your spells as well, that since you would have to come back in the morning. Which, depending
Fun
on
fact, not in game, but I do have plane shift, and it is my only 7th level, so like getting back isn't a problem for us.
Getting back to the plane might not be a problem. Getting back to
Correct.
the spot you want to be might be.
Yeah, and we probably can't. Probably be back on the edge of the.
Huh.
Or on the edge of the anti-teleportation stuff.
I think
guess-
for now we should try a normal camp and see how that goes.
guess tense
And
it
we
is.
can
So
alternate.
I'll take first watch.
I'll start setting up the tents and trying to camouflage them as best as you can.
I'm gonna cast Alter Self to look like one of those guards we killed.
I'll take last watch.
I'll take third watch.
Okay. Whoever is taking first watch, because I was so paying attention to the watch order, give me perception check.
Alright, I'm taking first watch. I'm gonna use one more thing. Hang on. This up again. Cage. I'm gonna borrow experience to help with this watch. Which gives me advantage on this check. And then I'm gonna send the soul to Legion after that. While the rest of the party's still asleep. A 20 and a 27. So a 27.
The DM is AFK at the moment.
Okay.
He'll arrive shortly.
Okay.
Please hold.
Please hold.
Elevator music.
Am I gonna have to explain to Miser what I did again?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think so.
He's got a wireless headset unless he didn't walk
Toss
out
a
with it.
coin to your witcher.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's not
Miser, do
quite
you need me to
elevator
explain
music,
what
but
I did
okay.
again?
It's the best I got.
I have all of one enemy in my character sheet, and that's the crystal being. We are right on point.
Nice. So Miser borrowed experience from the soul, then sent his soul to Legion, and then rolled my first watch with advantage, which came to a 27.
The most out of the ordinary thing that happened during your watch is that some creatures flew ahead but did not see you in return.
Okay.
Flew above, not ahead. Flew above.
Flew
Flew
above.
above.
Alright. And then I'm gonna wake second watch, which I think was Alfir?
Nope.
Nope,
It's
Tedbo.
Sahali.
Sahali. Gonna wake Sahali, you're up.
I feel like Socks is not paying attention to this channel. Bex.
Socks is socks.
I was on the dice rolling channel.
If it helps to keep things more organized, so Holly can talk in dice just so that we're all on the same page.
Yeah, wait, is everything okay?
I don't know if I should laugh at that or not.
Stress cooking?
I'm laughing because that's hilarious.
What the fuck?
I'm so pissed that I'm cooking. What the fuck?
So Bex is just over there like, it's okay, honey, it's okay. No, seriously, really, like, come on.
I feel like she's just kind of laughing in the background.
I feel like she is too.
Try not to snicker at him so that it doesn't make things worse.
Yes, like a good wife.
Or you can
Good
blame
job,
on the game.
Bex.
I'm totally laughing at the game, not at you.
Anyway, you may not have been responsible for all of Philalia, but you definitely tried to kill.
Perception check, go!
See goggles, they do nothing.
Garbage.
I feel like
May as well have been a disadvantage.
I'm gonna be honest.
Put that
feel
dice
like,
in jail.
I feel like Bex had a better solution for
That's
the
not
whole
really
camp
jail
stay in the dark.
dice. That's only a 7. Jail dice is like 5 or below, in my opinion.
Hey, it could be the same dice that she was using on Foundry the entire night. Is this just so you can do another roll to try to redeem yourself?
I would imagine Evermore is probably watching the entire night.
Roll for it, Evermore.
Nevermore.
Evermore, not Nevermore!
See, at least Bex didn't sell her soul to Legion just for dark vision.
120 feet of it. Come on, don't sell it short. 120
True.
feet dark vision, man. Not even the normal 60.
120 feet dark vision, and I can see invisible things and shape changers.
Evermore also sees plenty of creatures flying above during your watch.
We're all eagerly waiting for you to type out what it is you need to check.
It has a very big block of details on the Crystal Lord. Unfortunately for that very big block, as much as Rorik had wanted to fill out, all it says is details unclear.
Awesome.
We're
This-
gonna die.
Nothing
I get to
eventful.
do something that Bex is gonna enjoy.
Oh boy.
Alright. Some sleep. Good night.
So Holly lays down, but just kind of stares up at nothing, awake all night now. Because undead don't really need to sleep.
It's not eerie at all.
I mean, it's no other eerie than somebody who trances with his eyes open staring at people. Not naming his name.
Am I already sleeping?
Yeah, you would have been already sleeping at this point.
Okay.
Yes, you still get your points back. You still need to have basically like a state of nothingness for a while in order to actually recover your spells.
Yep. Excelente.
Excellent.
Oh.
Alpha, perception.
Right. We're still in grassland, so that's nice. $25.
There seems to be an inordinate amount of creatures flying above your camp.
Does it seem like they're flying just generally over everywhere, or do they seem to be kind of mainly over the camp?
As you focus on them more, you're seeing that it's almost as if these creatures alone could black out the sky if it wasn't already dark out. Seems like their path is coming from the keep, and while a lot are going past, you're starting to notice that some of them are circling generally over where your camp is set up.
That's not good.
They're still
Okay.
pretty high up there, and they only seem to be circling right now.
I guess I'll keep my eye on them for a while and do the rest of my watch, see if they do anything different.
They only ever seem to be circling throughout your entire watch.
Then I'll wake up Tenbo
Sure.
and point them out, and there seems like there's some creatures starting to circle around us, so I think
As you point them out after waking Tembo up, you do see that there are much more of them than when your watch had first started.
and more and more of them are starting to congregate. We might need to pack up and leave.
Okay. Well, I have the last watch, so let us pack up.
Let's wake everybody else up.
I do the same.
I hate wearing headsets.
Okay, so wake everybody up and break down the tents real quick.
Who
Damn it,
goes
the
to wake
sun
up so
is-
Holly?
Not me, because it's
I'll do
obviously
it.
not sleeping.
I probably would have.
Never mind.
So Holly, would you like to say something before being woken up, quote unquote?
I'd imagine I'd walk up and see her just staring up in the sky, and it's like,
Not prompting you to do anything. It was an if you want to thing.
oh, I guess you weren't sleeping yet?
Do I hear that conversation?
Perception check. What's your
That's,
passive perception? We'll just go with that at the moment.
It is 15.
Yes, you hear that conversation.
I'll fear my friend. If she is what she has alluded to being, they don't need to sleep.
did not know that. Well, we should pack up and leave.
Yes, but there is also a price to pay. Hopefully it was worth it for you.
Well,
I'm not so
Yeah.
sure on that.
longer we wait here, the more of these flying creatures will congregate around us. We should probably get moving.
Damn it, sun's not even up.
I know.
I have goggles on. It's dark right now. Big old elephant goggles.
um, so it's sort of weird because every now and then you think you see a crack of something brighten, like a ray of brightness just shows and disappears again just as quickly, and it happens very frequently. As you look up and see that it is indeed dawn, the sun has been up. It's just hard to actually tell or to tell what time it is because those creatures that are blacking out the sky are quite literally doing so as it looks like a bunch of necrotic bats are flying from the tower towards Adventure City.
That can't be good.
Just bad.
Yes, but there's nothing we can do about that right now.
Only thing we can do is get there as quickly as we can and deal with the source.
After packing up and beginning to move on, it takes a good couple hours, and you finally see the sky in full start to just appear like a wave as the trails, the leftovers of those dark bats just seems to finally fade off into the distance towards where they were going, towards Adventure City.
Kill the source sounds like their trip to zombie.
I think you just tried calling out Sohali at the exact moment Bex went BRB.
I think so too.
Got him.
I heard you. I just need a minute. Sorry.
Hey.
Bex's voice again. Yay.
If Sohali stays in text form this entire night, Sohali needs to live up to Isk.
Huh.
No, I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
I demand silly and awesome observations on everything.
Oh man. So I wanted to do something in the meantime while Bex is AFK, but the problem is it's not as good without her being able to realize what it is I'm doing.
Are you gonna like try to cure lichdom?
No, not gonna do that.
Yet.
Oh hey, two can't age.
Nope.
God, this slowness of D&D Beyond is killing me.
Yeah. I'm like trying to level up the bird real quick. Not going.
Casey Meter.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm back. I'm real.
Welcome back.
Alright, well, Sasha said what Sasha said.
I've heard it, but I've since forgotten it. Please repeat.
Cutting off the source sounds like Zombie Town all over again.
Well, you killed Nameless, and it stopped, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Did you just get a southern accent?
Was that Southern? I'm doing my best, guys.
No, that sounded like like Sox was getting a southern accent there.
Huh?
Oh, maybe.
No?
Yeah, it did.
One of them there souls up on my head might be southern.
Oh, wow.
A certain town of hillbillies might be in there, being, smited by Tiamat or something.
How unfortunate for them.
Mm-hmm.
Especially those two girls that we literally just rescued from a nightmare
So
situation.
bad. Okay, moving on.
Hey, we just saved you from a nightmare. Have another.
Here, be
we-
dead.
Hey, at least their deaths were quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Maybe.
Fed them right before they died. They got to eat a nice meal right before they died.
That's fine. They were warm.
Have you ever burnt alive? They might have burnt alive. It might have been terrible for them the entire time.
Hush,
Depends
shut
on
your mouth.
Hey, it depends on how hot the flames were.
And whether any of the creatures were still around to eat them while they were still alive. I mean, what?
So, we didn't burn down Philalia. Can we just burn down the Crystal Lord's Keep?
That's a great idea.
I don't know if that would be enough.
Yeah, probably Rorik and his friends could have done that.
And
In the schematics, clear note, cannot burn down.
Shit, so much for plan A.
Well, isn't that plan F for fire?
Plan fire?
Yeah.
Oh God.
You guys travel again throughout the day. You actually seem to be making quite a bit of good progress considering pretty much how healthy you all are in your own ways. Pacing seems to be, while rushed, has not tired you guys down at all. And you are within getting to a point of eye shot between what could potentially be guards on the parapets and the walls of the gates and the walls of basically the castle itself.
Time to get snaky.
I do not want to be a snake.
Stop it, Socks. I'm doing my best.
If we're starting to get to where we would be getting close to being seen, I'd cast Pass Without Trace and probably start I think we should move a little stealthier.
Agreed.
Holy shit, so much worse than the warlock. Yeah, stealth's not a bad idea.
Tembo, what do you do with your exceptionally gleaming armor and your very, very prominent form of Loxodani background?
I'm gonna look at the rest and be like, I don't know what you were expecting from me, my friends, but I am not much of a hider.
Mm.
To be fair, I'm actually in his boat.
You
What are you
could hide
talking
behind
about?
me. You're like half my size.
Oh,
So I have disadvantage on stealth checks and only a +2 stealth.
Those rogue levels didn't do shit for you.
Oh no, they did a lot for me.
Just not this.
just
I'm a
not sneaking.
swashbuckler. I get by on my roguish charm.
Mm-hmm.
I can make us super quiet like mice.
Better idea. Can you make us mice?
I don't think I can do that.
I might be able to.
I can usually
Nope.
sneak pretty well on my own.
If you wish for me to sneak, I need to look like something else.
The point where I should have gotten the Boots of Elvenkind to cancel out my disadvantage from my armor.
Which
Um.
I can cast
Well,
Pass
we're
Without
trying
Trace,
to go to
which
the
would...
sea, right? So can we stay like far enough away from the keep to get to the sea and then go that way, so we don't have to sneak as much?
Give me an investigation check as you peruse the schematics to see if that's possible.
Alrighty.
It's a bit weird now that you think about it. It seems like whoever thinks about these plans seems to get the schematics weirdly in their pouch.
Well, Sahali was the last one to look at them, so I thought... Oh, actually, no,
Somebody had
Sasha did. Never mind.
Somebody had too much time to chant that thing.
Yep.
You remember 3 years ago when Rorik and Co said they were going to scout out and try to save some of the people around that keep? That's been their job for 3 fucking years!
But they're not the ones who are going to finish the job.
Did Kira or Eric enchant it?
Poor
Give
Kano
me an
Los
Arcana
Dos.
check.
Arcana, great.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
how's your
actually not
int there,
terrible.
Sasha?
Hey, I have +7 on Arcana.
No, because you have expertise.
No, I just have proficiency.
Oh, that's right. Our proficiency bonuses are +6 now.
Yep.
20.
It was Eric.
It was Eric. He was the more skilled of the two.
Kira will
Eric.
remember this.
We have a 15 on me trying to figure out if we can go to the sea and then go over.
It'll take another day's time to venture out, to not be seen easily by the castle walls, at least for your Loxodani friend.
Mm-hmm.
But could probably manage it if you would like.
It'll take us an extra day to do what I just said, so maybe not.
Okay. New plan. We spend an hour
Mhm.
for the Loxodon to take off his armor. We put the armor in the bag of holding. We sneak where we need to go, and then we spend another hour putting his armor back on.
I mean, he's still very big. Sorry, but
Tenbo, I think she just called you fat.
She is not wrong. I am a very large creature. Tell me, my friends, what is the weather like around here?
I look up at the sky. What's the weather like?
I look at Alfir because obviously Sasha doesn't know.
Alfir looks at DM because Alfir wants to know a better answer too. Alfir, give me a nature check.
I keep going to click on it and remembering I can't.
Yikes. That's a nice bonus, though.
Favorite terrain.
Your minimum is 15.
It takes Alfir a little bit as he's thinking about it, pondering over all the places he's been, and considering his
licks his thumb, holds
last
it up.
place of stay was Tabaxi Island.
It's snowing. It's dead summer.
It takes him a little bit to recall the weather patterns of this area.
Scratches his chin,
And
licks his thumb, holds it up, detect the air wind direction.
he goes. He thinks to himself, this time of season it should usually be rainy, but with this clear purpley pinkish sky, I couldn't really tell you what the weather might be. Type of deal. That's like the thoughts you're getting in your head.
Yeah, normally it should be raining right about now, but obviously it isn't. Think could be that the crystal word's powerful enough to where he's affecting the weather around here.
I was going to make a suggestion on trying to help use the weather to hide us, but I don't think that's going to be possible.
Got a spell that can help us sneak a little bit better, and if you're somewhat close to me,
Isn't that
but
what Lyra said?
that
Doesn't Lyra have that spell too?
that's
Or is
probably
it
the same
different?
spell she was talking about.
Probably.
I find it fascinating that in the universe, in the world, these spells are still named what they are named, and that
Yeah,
you
they
guys
have to
skirt
be.
around actually naming your spells to each other so much that it causes so much of a ruckus of conversation. It's great. I can do this action that does this obscure thing for all of us so obscurely. What?
Huh?
Especially when we're all 19th level.
Yeah.
Guys,
And all casters?
I can either Dimension Door or Thunderstep. What do you want?
Hey!
Nice.
I
can pass without a trace.
can as
love
well.
The charades you guys played with your spells for so long.
It's fun.
Listen, I can't remember the name of my own spells. Why would they know what my spells are?
Surprising.
At some point, I
Dimension
just
Door's
thought it
probably
became like
favorite.
an unwritten law of you guys to do that, so I never questioned it.
the thing we've all decided on subconsciously.
Pretty much, no one has ever really named their spells.
If I remember
Even-
correctly, Pass Without Trace is very helpful in terms of sneaking around, but I'm still a large, imposing creature. And we're out in the middle of what looks to be plains. So if there is a way to make me smaller, perhaps.
Do any of you have a passive perception over 20?
I have a passive
No.
perception of 24.
So yes.
No, I don't. Never mind. Just kidding.
Okay, Alfir, you, as you guys are debating this still, you have sort of paused in your walking. As Sasha had mentioned before about the gate and the troops that were preparing basically to march forth themselves. So the first wave, which you can assume was the flyers, has definitely passed. You see way off in the distance at this point. You can't actually see the gate being open itself, but you assume it is, for you see the beginnings of a horde of soldiers marching, and it just keeps going. And there seems to be, much like the flying creatures, no end to the amount of soldiers that are marching on Adventure City right now.
We need to keep
We should
moving.
have
It
probably
looks like
dealt with this 3 years ago.
the army's starting to move.
I want to try something real quick. If you would all indulge me for a moment.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No reason not to.
I will. Are we kind of overlooking? Do you point this out to me that there are soldiers?
I would have
think he
pointed
just
out.
did.
Yeah.
Okay. 2, we're kind of overlooking them?
With them being pointed out now, and this is a hilly, grasslandish area, you guys have basically peaked at the top of one of the hills of a sort. So you're not necessarily overlooking them from a high distance, but you are definitely able to see them.
Okay, I'm going to kneel down, pray for a moment, and I'm going to use my divine intervention and ask for Bahamut to wipe out the Crystal Lord's army.
Oh, shit.
1 in 5.
Dude, if this shit works.
I don't know what you need to roll, but I think you need to roll something.
I do.
He
I know
needs
what
to
I
roll
need
a
to roll,
19 or under.
which is really tough.
Come on, you have a 1 in 5 chance. You got this.
1d100, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, percentile dice.
Aw.
Worth a shot.
That would have been hilarious.
I stand back
That would
up
have been wonderful.
and I turn to the rest of the group. Thank you. But Bahamut has deemed that we must do this directly.
Oh.
Oh fuck! I'm imagining Final Fantasy 14 now.
As Tembo stands back up, clouds begin to form in this purplish pink sky above your party directly.
Oh, good.
Perfect. I did it, Bex.
Good job.
And they begin to they don't begin. They continue to swirl, form more and more. And these clouds are not the same color as the purplish pink sky. They're actually grayish. They seem more like thunder clouds of a sort.
We should move.
A huge wind whips up as Sohali says we should move. This wind forms into a tornado that slams down around you guys. Seemingly, from what you guys can tell, the more skilled among you at measuring distances, looks to be around almost a 60-foot radius of an area, as you now seem to be in the eye of a tornado.
Why do I feel like they know where we are?
Yeah. Seems-
Because if they did know where we are, we would be in this tornado thrown in the air, not still standing on the ground.
This might be to hold us here.
Oh, good.
As if to emphasize Alfir's point, you hear a high-pitched squeal. It's almost seeming like it's coming from a bird, but also from a person at the same time, as this Aarakocra type figure descends on your party. It looks like it is massive in size, almost. Not
It's
quite
Garuda.
massive. If you can envision Garuda, you see Garuda before you.
Perfect. I knew it.
And you just hear, "What adventurers try to invade the Crystal Lord's tower?"
We are here to join.
You are here to die! Roll initiative.
Fuck.
Yay.
Well, I tried.
Okay.
Nice try, Sox. Nice try. Fuck, how shitty is my initiative on this character? +2. That's not terrible.
You
Ah.
have advantage on initiative?
Yep.
What the fuck gives you that?
I have a
An
short sword
item.
of warning. Gives me advantage on initiative and makes it so that I get woken up. Everybody around me gets woken up if we're sleeping by normal means when combat starts. May have been because of a certain thing that happened to a certain Kenku.
It's okay, my +7 didn't help me.
Oh. I mean, it requires attunement, so that's fine. I'll take it. Wow.
Advantage on initiative was just an added bonus.
That's honestly, to me, that's, I mean, yeah, having alertness is pretty good too.
It almost gives me the same as the alert feat without having to spend a feat on it.
Almost.
Don't get the +5 to initiative.
Yeah. Plus, the alertness feat is different. It doesn't give you
Yeah.
the.
Those of you who are unfamiliar with this, be prepared to lower your volume.
Okay.
Oh, they updated him.
Ah,
I need to be worried.
incoming music.
Oh, he's muted on mine.
I turned him down.
It's not muted on mine, but he's not playing either.
Mm-mm.
I think he has to
Same.
download it again.
There it
There we
is.
go. No, he stopped again.
I still hear it for mine.
Yep.
Oh,
that's
really?
good.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Oh,
one
I hit the
time.
mute button with my finger. Still not working. Oh well, whatever.
All right, so I'll tank Garuda, and we need 2 to off tank. Remember, you gotta go southwest and southeast.
There are
Nice.
no rocks to hide behind.
Make sure to
This
attack
party's terrible.
the feathers when when they come down.
There
Tenbo,
are
I
no
need you to
feathers.
Tenbo, I
Yeah,
need you to take him south.
Oh, you guys think you're only getting like hard mode or extreme mode, Garuda?
Are we getting ultimate version? Fuck you.
I think I'm gonna wish I knew what
I'm-
you were talking about.
Watch out for
Screwed.
ads.
We need to make sure to stack up.
To be honest, I'm still trying to figure out how to organize your fucking initiatives. Like, I'm seeing all of it, but it's all just blurring as data to my eyes right now. I can't, like, I
You
don't
want
know.
us to
I'm not
read you
piecing
our
it together.
initiatives? We can read you our initiatives. If that would help.
I'm thinking Alfear's first.
What do you get?
Oh, right. I need
Yeah. And then
dice of my own would help.
hot, sweetheart.
Yeah, Brett. Tell Brett we could really use Nigel.
I don't think that Nigel would be very helpful right now. We already have a cleric / ranger. We have both a cleric and a ranger.
Alfear is 23. Next is so
Me.
Holly at 21.
Somehow.
Next
Somehow 21's respectable.
is
No, I just don't. I usually roll shit on initiative.
Tenbo at 60. The tank? No, I'm kidding.
What up, my friend? Just because I wear plate armor doesn't mean I go slow.
Next is Sasha at 10.
Yeah.
And last is Elira.
Yeah.
Man, does anyone know what Stabum's been up to the last 3 years?
Maybe he's
How
spending
you
more,
asked this?
Oh,
maybe he's spending more time with his family.
I just
Mashing places
decided
on fire?
that Sahali has been keeping close tabs on Stabum. She just likes to know where he's at all times.
Gawuda.
Kawuda.
Gawuda.
So we got the cheap knockoff version.
Alright. So Gawuda goes up first, and immediately you guys feel some wind pressure building from underneath you all.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alfir, it's your turn.
Lair actions.
About how far away am I?
So you guys are directly in the middle, and Gawuda is at the northernmost point, so you're about 60 feet away from her.
Pull out my bow and start shooting away. I'll try the first one with sharpshooter. $22.
That is a hit.
Uh, 15 damage.
Done.
Hooray, we did it!
Alright, we done.
Alright, I guess I'm shooting again.
Okay.
With a sharpshooter again. 27.
Also hits. You know, I don't think sharpshooter hurts you very much.
It's -5 and I have a +16.
You know, I don't think sharpshooter hurts you very much.
Uh, 21 damage.
weird. It's telling me Rhythmbot is making noise.
Did you mute it in full?
I thought I didn't. I thought I unmuted.
21 damage taken. Any special properties of your bow I need to know about?
It's a magic bow. It's a +3.
Okay, never mind. There are no special properties of your bow besides that.
Then I think I'll move to the west about 15 feet just to so I'm not as grouped up with everybody.
As you move the 15 feet out, it actually only takes you about 10 feet before you no longer feel that wind pressure building up underneath you.
Everyone, the wind doesn't seem to be as bad out of the center.
At the end of your turn, Garuda moves towards you and takes a swipe at you.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit?
Yep.
Alright. I wasn't actually expecting a 20 to hit, Mr. Agile One.
Still only have an 18 AC.
So close.
That is 12 damage.
Okay.
It is considered force? Yeah, I think force is the type. No. Silent, is there actually a wind element of damage? I can't remember.
No, there is not actually.
Then it is force damage.
Doesn't make any difference. I don't have any resistances, so.
I have to label it.
Okay.
Shit, I could have been immune to force damage.
Alright, that brings up Sohali.
Cool. I am going to cast Finger of Death on it. That's a Constitution 19 saving throw. Fuck me.
Oh.
Yeah. It hasn't worked yet.
It rolled a 21.
So it takes half damage. So 32. It takes 32 damage. And then I am going to back as far away from the rest of the group as possible in order to not.
As soon as she takes that damage, you see what seems to be some feathers fall off of her.
Interesting.
When they fall to the ground, they seem to uplift again and start floating slowly towards each of you.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, the metagaming.
Yeah, I have no idea what all of you are referencing, so.
I know what's happening.
Yeah, you all know what's happening and I don't. Anyway, I move away from everyone so I'm as far from clumped as possible.
Okay.
No.
Same thing as Alfir. You don't move the same direction as him, but you move, we'll say south for this.
Sure.
You move about 10 feet out and you stop feeling the wind pressure, and then you move further away because you wanted to distance yourself even more, so you move the rest of your speed, which is still 30?
Yeah.
Okay. So you move the full 30 feet away. So, yeah.
Feather following
All
the
right.
entire time.
Alfir, you still seem to keep Gawuda's attention, and Gawuda will swipe at you again at the end of Sohali's action.
Okay.
Legendary action.
This is a 24.
That hits.
Man, I cannot look at numbers right now for some reason. I'm sorry.
Fine.
You take 15 damage. It is, again, force damage.
Okay.
Tembo, that brings up your turn.
I'm going to bless. Do Elira, Alfir, and everybody but Sahali, basically. I'm going to bless everybody but Sahali. Only because you're not a fighter.
I'm teasing. It's totally fine.
And then I'm going to move to the north.
What if Bless curses an undead instead?
Yeah, I don't even know if healing works on me, guys, so whatever.
Technically, in 3.5 it did, but in 5th edition it's fucking
Well, and
weird.
I'm not, like, using a Lich stat sheet, so I don't even... It's up to Miser how these things go.
I mean, whatever. Yeah, up to Miser.
Were you using a demi-lich stat sheet for Silence Game, huh?
She didn't
That's
have
what
a
I'm
stat sheet for that either.
I'm just being me. The DM tells me what happens.
I'm just teasing you, because you have now been a lich in both games.
Yeah, well, that's Silent's fault.
Of course. I move north. Behind Garuda. With my weapon out.
Same deal. 10 feet out, you stop feeling the wind pressure under you. Do you move further out? Or just directly behind Garuda?
I'll just be directly behind Garuda.
Alright. And Alfred, do you think you could guess what could happen here?
I have a feeling I'm gonna get a hit again.
Aw.
Garuda is indeed going to swipe at you. Garuda has a lot of accuracy. That is 26.
That hits.
You take 18 damage this time.
Okay.
Alright. That brings up Sasha.
My turn is gonna be so pathetic. Bonus action summon my sword. Bonus action turn on my sword.
Sasha is better when prepared for battle. Got it.
I completely forgot about both of those aspects.
Oh, that was great.
And then I would like to move to Garuda's side. Garuda's 3 o'clock.
Also, for the purposes of this game, the flanking extra rule is not in effect here.
That's
What do you
fine.
mean flanking extra?
There is no
As
flanking
in,
5th edition.
there is just no flank rule. It's an additional extra rule
Yeah,
in the book
okay.
that, yeah,
I got
it's
what
just
you
not
mean.
on.
For the purposes of my sneak attack, as long as somebody else is there, I'm good, or
Correct.
Yeah.
even if nobody else is there, I'm good because of Swashbuckler.
Because
That's right.
Swashbuckler OP!
Not that OP.
OP!
Not that
I'm just
OP.
going based off. Hey, I'm just going based off of socks and trills back and forth on Swashbuckler.
Sure.
They have big boners for Swashbuckler, it's true.
It's
Hey.
really not that big of a deal.
Swashbuckler with a warlock is it works out nicely.
I mean, yeah, sure. There are a lot of nice
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's
Continue
one
your
of the
thing.
few multi-class synergies that I like. Anyway, I'm
Anything
gonna
with
move to-
Warlock you like.
I'm gonna move to
So-
Garuda's 3 o'clock.
You move the whole 10 feet out, and you stop feeling the wind pressure under you as well. And then you move to flank Garuda on the far side, basically. Not the far side. Yes, the far side.
Yeah, it would be the far side.
Yes, far side. And then Garuda kind of just like looks at you as you pass, looks back at Alfir with a heart on, and goes, swipe.
With a hard on. Yikes.
Yes. Huh.
Alfir. I didn't know you had that way with people.
18.
That's my AC.
Shit, dude. Wait, is
Alfir,
this its 4th legendary action? Can I count?
if you want to.
I was just asking. It's.
I don't know. Can you
it's-
count?
I don't know. Did I count right?
This is the 4th time it's attacked.
Okay, thank you for answering my question instead of sassing me.
This is the 4th time I've been hit.
And you get hit for 19 damage. Honestly, I'm not making up numbers here. I've just been steadily rolling better on this dice the entire time. It's pretty great.
I am so glad that I have my 21 AC.
I have been rolling steadily worse on the d20 though, it seems like. Alright, that brings up the last one, Elira.
I know exactly what I want to do.
Okay.
I want to conjure Fae, and I conjure a mammoth.
Okay. Right.
Where do you place the mammoth?
I want to say in front of Garuda, because I think everything is behind Garuda now.
Alfir is directly in front of
Technically,
Garuda.
Alfir's still in front of Garuda.
Okay, I don't want to smush Alfir or me or anyone else. So where a mammoth would fit.
Okay, you do so. You do not crush Alfir, but Alfir, you get a mammoth that just whop, like right to your left,
To the
The
right or to the left? I'm getting
right
mixed up.
to your left.
the part I'm not super clear about is whether or not it gets to act this turn.
It has its own initiative.
It does, but for the sake of making this easier on me, it acts at the end of your initiative.
We did it.
Okay.
So it goes.
Alright,
Well-
so my bonus action, I'm gonna put Shillelagh on my Staff of the Adder.
Okay.
And I tell the mammoth to attack.
Okay.
Garuda specifically.
Alright. Roll the mammoth's attack. Hopefully you had mammoth stats up somewhere in the longness of D&D loading.
I do.
Who's good at mammoth noises?
Not me. Oh, that hurt my ears. It was good, but it hurt my ears.
Tickled the hell out of my lips. I'm not doing that again.
Gawuda.
Gawuda.
Okay, so I'm going to use Gore. Well, he's gonna use Gore. It's a melee weapon attack. Plus 10 to hit, reach 10 foot. One target, hits 25, 48 plus 7 piercing damage. How do I English that?
Put a bit of spin on it.
Well, roll your attack first.
Work.
Without the capitals, I guess.
Apparently.
Apparently can't figure out what capital means. Ouch. That misses. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Looking at the mammoth, it only gets one attack. It does not have multi-attack, so that's all it can do.
Correct.
It's okay. This was a prep round for a lot of us. I summoned a sword.
I did a good amount of damage. Thank you very much.
You did. So did Alfir. Unfortunately, that's why it's focusing Alfir.
Better than it focusing on me. Trust me, I'm squishy. Although I guess I can't die, so there
You're
is
not
that.
squishy at all. You have nothing to squish. It's all bones.
It's all bones. I am a bone creature.
Lewd.
Yeah, it is.
Gawuda is aroused?
Yeah,
We already knew that. You already said that.
You did
Wait,
say
this isn't
Gawuda had
me.
a hard on for Alf here.
Yeah.
For Alfia.
This got weird.
Speaking of, does
feel like
a 27 hit?
Pretty sure it does.
Do I roll max damage? Oh no, I actually went down this time. You take 16 damage.
16?
Yep.
Okay.
With Elira's turn is over, right?
And the mammoth, yes.
And Elira did not move, as far as I recall.
No, I forgot.
Uh-oh.
All right. The start of the next round happens. The end of this round happens. The air current that was building up under all of you guys that were there is now building up under Elira, and Elira takes. Actually, Elira, give me a dexterity save.
But
Is that just a d20 plus my dex bonus?
There is a specific save window in there.
Never mind. I found it.
we did it.
Nothing quite like dropping all of your metal dice on your desk, just so you can find the dice you need.
Wow, I'm rolling real good. Oh, make that an 8. I get a +1.
Yay. If it says +1 on your sheet, that is probably already factored in.
Okay, never mind. I have 7.
Elira, you take 26 force damage, and you are knocked to the edge of this 10-foot radius pillar of wind, and you are closer to Holly's direction of it.
Okay.
From what you guys can notice, this pillar of wind seems to be sticking around and not dissipating. And at the top of the round, Garuda stops her attacks on Alfir, but begins to almost chant something. You can't make out what she's chanting, but she is chanting something and is still focused on you, Alfir.
I would like to counterspell.
You would like to probably not do that at the moment, though.
Okay.
uh...
Am I missing something?
Where? Well, the spell's not actually happening right now.
Okay.
So it's stopped attacking me, but is starting to cast a spell that's taking a long time.
And seems focused on you.
Oh.
Alright, now that I found where the dice channel was again, it is Gawuda's action. Each of those feathers that I had mentioned moves 5 feet closer to all of you. Alfir, it's your turn. That means for some of you, those feathers are only like maybe another 5 feet away. For others of you, so Holly, they're like 30, 40 feet away from you still.
Gotcha.
And Elira.
Elira, it's only about maybe 15 feet away from you, 15, 20 feet.
And are they all still relatively close to each other? Like
The feathers?
Yeah.
They are all within about 15 feet of each other, yes.
Okay, Alfred is gonna drop his bow and then pull out his short swords and cast Steel Wind Strike at the closest feather.
Okay.
And I can go on up to 5 of them. Have to make a roll for each one.
Okay. Make a melee spell attack.
Jesus.
It's a 5th level spell.
That's still powerful for a 5th level spell.
So a lot of what 5e did to make things more unique is basically tailored spell lists very specifically, especially as more content comes out towards classes. And since rangers were always like, "Hey, we're bad. The community finds us bad," they get things like this.
Yeah.
22.
That's a definite hit.
Okay, so that teleports me away from Gawuda to that, and
You teleport within Gawuda Square.
Oh. Let's...
No, I'm kidding. This teleports you basically to one of the outer edges of the arena.
Okay. So that
Okay.
that does a little bit of damage.
Are you
44?
only hitting one of them?
That's the first one.
So, alright. That's fine.
There are a couple more that are within this one's range.
Because it's got a 30-foot range.
The teleport itself is only 5 feet. Was I reading that right?
So,
I think that's the teleport at the end.
Oh, got it. Okay. Silent.
I mean, I was just saying, you don't get to teleport till you're done with your attack. Right? unless there's another part of the spell you're not showing us. Based on this blurb, you make 5 attacks and then you teleport at the end.
It says I vanish like the wind.
Yes, you're in the middle of attacking them, all of them, and at the end you stop at a position, so it acts quote unquote like a teleport, but you are moving between all of them while you're doing it.
Okay, I'm gonna go with my original idea of what or my original placement of these anyways. All of the feathers fell down right around Garuda anyways, within her hitbox as it was. So basically Alfir is teleporting within Garuda's hitbacks around Garuda.
Garuda.
Okay.
Now all I can think of is the ninja in Terra.
12. It is
12.
basically that. 12 to hit.
Yep.
Blast!
Oh yeah, I have a +4.
That's a hit.
Alright, never mind. Doesn't matter.
51 damage.
Get wrecked.
Damn.
This spell
And then he
is-
vanishes again.
This is looking a little nutty.
20 to hit.
That's a hit.
The balance for this spell is that you can't stack them all on the same creature. You can only hit one once.
Yeah.
Does it matter when it's 6d10 force damage?
It's a 5th level spell, so I'm okay with it. And he has to make attack.
It's a
Yeah.
final level spell for a ranger, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's absolutely fine for me. For a final level
No,
spell,
I'm fine. I'm definitely fine with something being nutty. It's cool. I like it.
I think it's great.
29 damage.
Okay.
Just like I was surprised by all the stuff that Soul Cage lets you do.
There are 2 more feathers left, and I think you have 2 more attacks
Yep.
that you can try to do on these feathers.
Again, Soul Cage is 6th level. Not that big of a deal.
14
Live
to
it,
hit.
Silent. I wanted my 9th level
It's a hit.
slot. Foresight.
You're the one who multi-classed.
That's fair. I'm not regretting it.
You are though.
Hey, I'll
20
get
damage.
to play with Foresight someday.
Okay.
And then the last one.
I swear to God, what's gonna happen is they're all gonna blow up and we're gonna be annihilated.
Hey, mine's 40 feet away from me. Thanks very much.
Yeah, I think Silent means myself and him.
No, gotcha. So that's everybody. Gotcha.
It's
25 to hit.
You and Elira are the only two that are not within the ranges right now.
25 is a big hit.
46 damage.
Okay.
And
How many have you rolled at this point?
that was
He has rolled 5 now.
that is 5.
Okay. 1. Like, damn.
And
So,
Okay.
within the span of like a second, you saw Alfir pop in and out of existence between 5 different feathers, all within Garuda's range. Garuda can't even keep track of this. Garuda can't even keep track of this shit. And all the feathers just instantaneously poof from so much force damage being brought to bear against them.
and then I teleport away from Garuda after the last one, so that maybe I'm out of range.
You are still within Garuda's range because you had to teleport within Garuda's aggro anyways to damage
Can't
these
take this fight
feathers.
seriously.
Well,
Garuda.
I guess I am
Garuda.
I guess I am still near Garuda.
You are still near Garuda. Oh, we're finally getting Bex to chuckle about it now. I'm happy.
It's so cute.
I mean, she's not or it's probably not that cute, but the name is.
No, the word Garuda is so cute.
Well,
Garuda is pretty cute.
I guess I'll
See,
end my turn next to near Tenbo then.
Alright. Garuda still turns to face you. Still chanting.
I feel like I don't want to be here.
I feel feel like I tried to counterspell it, but the DM told me that was a bad idea.
No, you can't counterspell something that hasn't gone off yet.
Yeah.
That's basically what I'm
I
saying.
am hoping that it has to concentrate if we hit it hard enough.
All right, that
Me?
brings up. Yes, I have to keep scrolling further and further up with the tool button. I got a better idea with this. Hold on, I got it. I don't got
Write
it.
it down
I don't
in front
do
of your
this.
face.
Or that.
I am going to. You know, I have a WordPad open that I can put this in.
Okay, well, I'm gonna copy paste the spell I'm gonna cast in here.
Yay.
Okay, you can do that.
Oh, wrong thing.
So
All
it's
right,
not that spell.
cross your fingers. Now I'm casting Immolation. Fucking fuck, shit, balls, ass.
Wow.
Go on.
Okay.
Tell us how you really feel.
I got a power and it has not worked yet. Anyway, I cast Immolation.
Oh,
need to make
okay.
I love the way this power is turning out.
I hate you.
You love me because you love this part of D&D.
It's true. I do. I really do. It needs to make a DC 19 Dex save.
Dex isn't a type stat at all, I promise.
If it's Gamuda, I would expect nothing less.
Wow, I actually have a cocked die. Do I take the 13 or do I take the 5? Apparently I take that one. That is... $18.
Okay, that fails. So it takes 34 damage.
Okay.
And it is on fire.
Okay.
And at the end of each of its turns, it needs to repeat the saving throw.
You
and
hear...
take fire damage.
As soon as the actual hurdy bits of the effect go off, a shrill scream from Gawuda as she bursts into the air. The little puddle of wind, basically, for lack of a better word, dissipates. And what else would you like to do with your turn?
Hey, we pushed her into a phase change, guys.
Cool, I did a thing. She's still on fire. Am I still pretty far away from everybody else?
You are pretty far away from everyone else except for Elira. You are about maybe 10 feet away from her.
I'm gonna back up 10 feet so that I'm 20 feet away from Elira and even further than that away from everybody else.
You're getting really close to the edge of this eye of the storm.
Alright, I'll only back up 5 feet then. I
Alright,
don't want to fall off the level. And that will be my turn.
okay.
She on fire.
Alright. That brings up... So that was just Sahali. Tumbo!
Do Cure Wounds at 4th level on Alfir. So heal 37 points.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, because maximized healing.
Yep. Great. I just have to double check if the numbers are correct. Because it says, yeah, okay, so there is a little bit more. It doesn't factor it in for some stupid reason. That was at 4th level, so that's another... Right? Yeah, so another 6 on top of that.
Okay.
Okay. And then I can't do anything to Garuda. She's just up in the air. Does it look like she's focusing on Alfir anymore?
You can't tell. She's like way out of your vision, practically. She's in those storm clouds, from what you can tell.
So I will stay near Alfir in case she tries to dive at him again.
All right.
and I will hold an action to attack her if she comes within range. I'll
All right.
ready an action. Sorry, not hold.
All right. And so you're ending your turn.
Oh, I can't do that because I cast a spell. I'm staying there and I'm ending my turn. Yes, sorry.
Okay, you ended your turn. Would you like to use that thing you have to ready or hold an action?
No, I'm not going to use that yet.
Okay. All right. Before Sasha gets to do her turn, Gawuda lands directly in the center of the Eye of the Storm, and I need a dexterity save from all of you.
Is it a spell effect?
It is not a spell effect.
Okay.
Dexterity save.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Hey,
Oh
I
my
did so much
God.
better.
The roller is being such an asshole.
Okay,
What the fuck?
I can maybe work with that.
I like the
Oh my
fact that the
God.
one who has the best dex rolled the worst.
Oh my god.
It's probably
17
gonna
is
be a
the
good
best.
thing that you just healed me.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That just happened.
As he
This
picks up a
sounds real
bunch
bad.
of dice.
I mean, it's what happens.
She can hear all the dice I roll.
Yeah. It sounds real bad, guys.
Uh-oh. I think I'm gonna be glad I took tough as a feat.
You all take 27 points of damage.
That's not that bad.
I
Is it a
assume
spell effect?
it's
No, it is not a spell effect.
Okay.
I've already
some
asked that.
kind of physical damage.
It is force damage, it's just not from any spell. It is literally blades of wind that you can actually see emanating from the force of Garuda's landing.
Oh wait. It looks like
Ouch.
any effect with a dex save, so I'm gonna use evasion.
Oh yeah.
I think that means you take half damage.
Yep.
Did they get
You
rid of
take half
improved
damage from that.
evasion?
I think they did get rid of improved evasion, except for like rogues or very specific classes. And evasion can also be stacked, so I think 2 instances of it like might just fully.
Yeah. It's both of them now. That's good. That's cool. Because before you had 2 levels, it was like okay.
So 27. That's math isn't working. So 13.
I know it's been a problem all night.
That's only 13 damage. Okay.
Tembo, you weren't actually able to hold an action, so nothing happens
Correct.
for you. Sasha, it is your turn.
Alright, so you said she landed again?
She did land again.
Alright, I'd like to run up to her
Uh-huh.
and take 2 swings.
Okay. Sasha, such a simple character, but so complicated.
I'm gonna assume that the 19 hits and the not, and I forgot to cast Hex ahead of time, so fuck me. So one of those is a 32, the other is a 15.
The fuck?
You're correct, the 15 does miss.
Lass!
Oh shit, you're right.
Christ!
Taliesin Jaffe, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that reminds me, I also need to roll for concentration, so let me do that real quick.
Oh shit, so do I.
That's a 16.
Plus 4.
17. I can math.
Still misses.
Oh, I just
Shit.
barely made it. Woo!
That's my
Constitution save.
Guys, it has a higher AC than 17.
Oh, that's not the right roll.
Roll.
Oh, whatever. I still made it.
Oh shit!
Right.
One of those is a sneak
did I.
attack.
Oh, you wasted it!
That double
Wait,
20.
double nat 20s on my concentration check.
Oh, that hurts. Oh, that
7
hurts
plus
the
5 is
soul.
12, right?
Hey, you can't complain about the dice roller anymore.
Yes,
Yo.
I can. Watch me.
You're gonna complain about it wasting those double nat 20s.
Exactly.
Total of 24 damage.
Ouch.
Yeah, if only that second one had hit 2.
Alright, what else you doing?
Bonus action. Bonus action. You know what? Actually, bonus action. Bonus action, cunning action, disengage. How far did it? How long did it take me to get up there? Or how many feet of movement?
You only used, like... you actually used 20.
Okay, then I'm gonna disengage and take 10 back.
Okay.
Man, that's my turn, because I forgot to hex.
Oh,
At the end of your turn, Gawuda turns
Gawuda.
towards Sahali and moves towards
shit.
her.
But
I think this does mean that Olyra, should she want to, gets a reaction as Gawuda moves... Wait, no, Gawuda's thick in this, so... Gawuda is actually still just in Sahali's aggro radius as well as...
Damn, apparently
Olyra's.
Apparently I should have stayed there.
Yes, would have moved out of yours to be able to reaction attack.
I have a question. What about my mammoth?
Your mammoth is too far away at this moment.
Oh,
He also needed to make a save.
do it?
Yes, the mammoth would have needed to make a dexterity save. You need to keep track of your mammoth's health pool as well, by the way. As well as all of the saves and everything that the mammoth has.
Just, I got you. Roll
Where
one
do
d20.
I keep track of that?
Notepad.
Apparently. A notepad, but apparently Sai's got you.
Thanks, Sai.
Just roll a d20.
Does it get any bonuses?
No. He actually has a minus.
Just what he has in the stats.
10. He didn't make it, so 27. So 99.
Yep.
He has a fuck ton of hit points. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright. So Holly.
yeah.
Does a 28 hit you?
Fuck you, I'm a wizard.
Yes, Holly.
Don't hurt me, Sky Daddy. Yeah, go ahead.
I think this is a Sky Mama, but okay. This is you take 11 damage. Force.
Okay. Owie. That hurts me.
The Black Mage took aggro, guys!
Fuck! Who's the tank here? Wait, actually, who is the tank? Is it me or Silent?
I'm the tank.
I don't know. I think I could give you a run for your money.
Yeah, what's your AC?
21.
Mine's 24.
They also have disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
That's your cloak.
Yeah. And?
He's not wrong. He's apparently an AC or a ninja tank.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Warlock Ninja Tank. Alright, moving on, that actually will continue into Olyra's turn then.
Woo. Okay, so I would like to.
Rage.
I can't do that. I would like to cast Feeble Mind on Garuda.
Alright, what does Gawuda need to roll? I am
Um,
assuming an int save.
It is an int save of 19.
Ooh. Is Gawuda smart?
Gawuda fails.
Gawuda's definitely not smart.
Okay,
Garuda
so
dumb.
I blast the mind of the creature that I can see within range, attempting to shatter its intellect and personality. The target takes 4d6 psychic damage and must make an intelligence saving throw. So do I
I need
roll
to
the
make an-
4d6?
I need to- Yes, you roll the 4d6. I need to make 2 saving throws now?
No, I think it just has an int saving throw.
Yeah, I think that was just a 1 save.
And then we'll find out what it actually does after she rolls her damage.
If I was on Beyond, I would search the stuff as she's typing it, but I can't do that because it sucks!
That seems to be better now.
Okay, so that happens.
Okay, never mind. It's slow still.
I love the fact that happens.
On a failed save, the creature's intelligence and
Whoa!
charisma scores become 1. The
Cool.
creature can't cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way. The creature can, however, identify its friends, follow them, and even protect them. At the end of every 30 days, the creature can repeat its saving throw against this spell.
Garuda is going to
Legendary.
say, I refuse to be stupid, and resist that through legendary resistance.
This is my shocked face.
I was waiting for those.
I feel like a fuck you is in order.
Yeah, it is.
That's fine.
Oh, I think that's actually a very fair legendary resistance.
Yes.
No, but
Yes.
she can still be. She can still say "fuck you" to it.
I don't say it often.
That isn't the, oh, I'm gonna just resist to not take 6 points of damage. That's a legitimate use of the thing.
Yeah, I know. Does he still take the damage though?
Yes, still took the damage, but definitely
Excellent.
resist the other
Yeah.
part of that.
That's why
Darn.
the damage is really low for an 8th level spell, so that would be dickish to have that as well.
Okay, so I don't think I can do anything else. So I'm gonna end my turn and have
It's
the
your mammoth
mammoth
turn, then.
attack.
Your mammoth moves up to it, and you go. I think you move far enough to be able to use your stampeding thingy on it.
A trample.
Yeah, that. This is me just guessing that mammoths have that.
They do. It's called trampling charge.
Get it.
I'm reading it.
No, that wasn't to rush you. That was just because I'm excited for you to hurt it.
Can it be knocked prone?
You won't know until you try.
The old GM answer.
Okay, so I'm gonna have him do trampling charge. I have no idea what I'm supposed to roll, if
Roll
anything,
1d20.
because it doesn't tell me.
It has to hit it with a gore attack.
Okay.
Let's scream.
Do I still get the plus 10?
Yep. Got him.
Damn. Well, it hits.
The target must. So. The target must succeed on a DC 18 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Base 19.
Okay.
What? There's a base 19 check?
I rolled a base 19
Okay.
before adding to anything to it.
I missed the rolled part. I was like, Jesus, what the fuck are we fighting?
That's
At least roll your
incorrect.
damage, though.
Okay.
God. Guys, we're all screwed.
Yeah, I interpreted it that way for a second too, and I was like, that can't be right.
Garuda's gonna flex on us real good. He's gonna throw me outside the tornado with no problem.
Plus 18 saving throw.
I'm sorry for having laughed at you, Gawuda.
Your name is cute, but your abilities are not.
My mammoth hits it for 22.
Ow. Now Gawuda is horny for a different reason.
Oh.
Whoa.
I made a new hole.
Well, shit.
I end my turn.
I had these hippies in my mouth, the freaking vegan Cheetos, and you made me laugh like that. That almost made me choke on Cheetos.
I'm glad I made you laugh. I'm not glad that you almost choked and died.
That's okay. You could have given him CPR.
Wouldn't that be the Heimlich?
The Heimlich maneuver.
The Heimlich?
Whoa.
That's a different thing. We don't talk about their bedroom in the chat, okay?
Guys, the loot channel is up there.
Whoa. Just whoa.
Alright. And after your action, Sahali does a... I can math, I swear. 28 hit you?
Yeah, hi, wizard again.
You take 16 points of damage for that attack, and
Oh,
she
shit, dude.
actually shrieks at you at the same time.
Oh no.
Saving
Give
throw.
me...
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Yay, I got
Wisdom
it.
save?
Yes.
Cool, at least I have 20 plus 10 to that. I rolled a fucking 2, but...
Woo! I love it! Let me roll that damage.
Ah, son of a bitch, guys. I'm not doing so great.
What are you at? What are you at?
How many stabbings?
Hold on, wait for me to...
With a child-sized dagger.
You take 10 force damage,
And...
and you are now deaf.
What?
Okay.
Oh.
I'm not quite bloodied, but I'm real close.
Okay.
Alright. I think that was the end of Olira's turn, which means it's the end of this round, which means hey, top of the round is another lair action.
Oh no.
You guys see as Garuda jumps into the air again, a golden feather is left behind. Alfred?
It's really
Wait,
hard
was that
not to
its
metagame
turn?
this.
Was that Gawuda's turn?
I don't know. Was
Was
it
that-
Garuda's turn?
I'm asking because at the end of its turn it takes damage from my spell.
Well, if it's my turn, then Gawuda's turn ended.
So it needs to make another save and take damage from my spell.
The end of.
We'll get there.
Okay,
Alfred.
just a reminder then. That's fine.
Friendly reminder.
So I see a golden feather where Gawuda was, and then Gawuda's
Yes.
really high up in the air again, where I can't really see her.
Yes. Correct.
And still on fire.
So probably might see a little glow in the clouds, but that's about it.
You do not see a glow.
It's
shedding 60 feet of light from being on fire.
You do not see a glow in the clouds.
Well, since there's nothing else that he can do, he'll probably go up to the feather and try and hit it.
Okay.
Uh, 21 to hit.
Definitely hits it. You see, from this golden feather, a sort of tendril of sorts immediately shoots off of it and attaches itself to you.
God, the meta. I love it.
Roll your damage. I like how you're stalling from rolling your damage now.
11 damage.
Alright.
I'm-
You take 3 damage back.
I have a GM question while you're thinking about that. Does my power recharge on my turn order or on the round order?
I thought we already answered that.
You might have. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Per round, so top of the round.
Okay.
I guess I'll try and hit it again. $27.
Hits.
Uh, 11 damage.
Take 3 back.
I rolled max damage both times.
How come my
Yep.
d6s won't roll above a 3? What's up with that?
Oh, I shouldn't tell you that my d4s have been rolling great too.
Very good.
Want my magic power to work.
And do I notice anything after that, those hits, or?
No, you're getting hurt somehow from the feather being, tethered to you.
I guess bonus action attack it again.
Okay.
14.
14 is a hit.
Okay.
Too late.
6 damage.
I'm always dying.
I come to you from beyond the grave.
The d6 is literally rolled 6 every time.
Take 1 damage back.
Okay.
Except when I roll it.
Then I'll say, yell out to everybody, when I hit it, something attached to me and I'm taking damage when I hit it. Or,
Ow, 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 ow. Hi.
I guess that's my turn.
Apparently, Sox is hitting it also.
Gawuda lands. So Holly, do you need to remind me of something?
Yeah, so she needs to make another DC 19 dexterity saving throw.
Nat 20'd it.
Oof.
Okay, so oh, she's just not on fire anymore then.
Okay. Does she take the
I should
damage?
she
of that
I,
one
it,
still?
it says blah, blah, blah.
Is it
At the
damage
end
then
of each
save
of
or
its
save them damage?
turns- The end of each of its turns, a target repeats the saving throw. It takes 46 on a failed save, and the spell ends on a successful one. So I think she does not take damage.
Okay. But that also wasn't the end of her turn just yet. She, for lack of a better term, looks like she is constipated.
Okay.
Okay.
Can't believe that's where your mind went, but all right.
So Holly. Well, the other term is she's doing a Dragon Ball Z charging for a half-hour stint. Would you
There
like
you
that
go.
instead?
Yeah, actually. I don't really want to think about Garuda thinking she's gonna take a shit.
It's Garuda taking a shit, not Garuda.
Sure.
Garuda.
Is she still up in my business, or
No, she's back in the center of the eye of the tornado.
which is really far away from me, right?
Kind of.
Okay.
It's like 35 feet right now.
Cool. I'm gonna
And that
Step
gold feather would have
forward.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna step forward. Oh no, I don't need to for this. I'm gonna just cast Ray of Sickness at 4th level at her. So let me roll
Alright.
to hit. Assume that a 22 hits.
Yes.
That is 5d8 damage. She takes 22 damage, and let's see if we can fucking. Ha! It worked. Cool. She takes 22 damage. I'm still near the edge of the wall of wind, right?
Technically you have 25 feet until you're like at the wall or on the wall.
All right. I'm gonna back up 10 feet.
Okay. You guys pretty consistently see Sahali just doing wizardy things, backing off like a coward.
Yep.
It's never changed.
Accurate. Yep. Some things never change. That's my turn.
Alright. You see Garuda feel like what you see from Garuda is an emanation of power just begin to broil over. And Timbo.
What happened to Socks?
Huh? You rolled higher on initiative than I did.
Did I? I'm pretty sure it shows you above me.
I had a 10.
It's Timbo then Sasha.
Oh. Weird. Okay. Again, GM question for clarification. My power, can I activate that at any time, or do I have to activate it on my turn, but then I have...
It is a free action to activate as far as I recall, so you can activate it at any time.
Okay. So I'm going to heal Bex.
Yay!
Sahali.
So 82 points of healing.
82 points of healing?
Jeebus.
I mean, that's heal. Heal is 70, and it's 6 levels. I'm sorry, not 82. It's 2 plus 6, which is 78. My bad.
That works, right, Miser?
Oh, no, it doesn't. It doesn't work, technically.
Does it work?
No, I mean, if you're undead, it doesn't work. It literally
No,
says...
I'm asking Miser.
So, Tembo, we'll say for this, you know enough about her already to be able to twist your magic around to actually heal her instead of harm her with your healing.
Yay.
I'll take it.
Instant
fine.
head lich.
Yeah, I don't have 78 hit points left, so.
You pretty much instead of heal, you cast harm, for lack of a better word, even though you
Sure.
don't have it prepared. But considering you are a life domain cleric and you kind of know what's up with this stuff, it just happens that way.
Okay.
Cool, so that worked.
I kind of forgot about that.
That would have
Can-
been.
Please say the word yes before I hit the heal button.
She takes 78 points of damage.
Do I really?
Healer.
Dude, stop it!
I already said it worked.
Okay, I'm just making sure. All right, I'm at full. Thank you very much, Tenbo.
That's. I will. Is she look? She is still charging up, right? She's not looking at anybody in particular that I can tell.
She's facing the general direction that has the most of you, just because you guys seem like you'd probably pose the most threat, but she is still charging up whatever it is you cannot tell, but you can tell that it is definitely emanating an aura of power at this point.
Okay.
And the spell that she was casting earlier absolutely just got blown right past because you guys do fuck tons of damage and I forgot that.
That's my turn. I will just wait to see what she's trying to do. I can't really do much else.
Alright. This time, Alfir.
Oh.
You take 28 points of damage.
Ow.
Are you bloodied?
He's looking rough.
I mean, that doesn't help
As-
me at all. Just to let you know, looking rough means absolutely nothing to me. Bloodied at least means you're under half, because I
He's-
remember that before.
He's bloodied.
Okay.
I like this one. He's not asking for a direct number, but at the same time, he's asking for better descriptors of how hurt you are.
Yes.
Almost like that's
Instead
what
of-
D&D's supposed to work.
Instead of just stabbings or just metagaming by looking at the fucking character sheets. Kudos to you, Silent. Kudos to
Thank you.
That brings up Sasha's turn in full now.
Okay. So we have Garuda charging in the middle of the map.
Yeah, what did that
Yeah.
damage to him?
As you looked at why Alfair was just kind of shouting "ow" for what apparently looked like no reason, you saw the emanation of the tether basically swell and shoot off an energy pulse into him.
And it's still there?
It is still there.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to Garuda and take a swing.
Okay.
Plus 13. Oh wait. Roll 4. 17 misses, as we know.
Yes.
So I'll take another swing.
About that being the warlock.
Yeah, you know.
Swear to God.
20.
Hits.
Okay.
Jesus.
I don't think that's anything about being any particular class. That's just Sox's luck.
Yep.
Let's see. Roll 1d8 plus 12.
Look at the floofies.
Roll 2d6.
I'm not on mute.
not on
That's a total of 22 damage to Garuda. In theory.
He'll realize at some point.
I know.
What am I supposed to realize?
22 points of damage, yes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
22 points of damage.
Alright.
I'm gonna chill there, I guess.
All right, Elira.
When I try to cast things at it, it doesn't go well.
It went really fine. You forced it to use a legendary action. That is amazing.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
So you just have a bonus action that's going unused. Is that what that is, Sasha?
I had planned to kind of use it to Misty Step if I needed to. But
Okay. Gotcha.
if I had taken damage or something.
Is it what?
Is it still in range or close to range?
Of you? For melee or of what?
For melee?
You will have to move up to it. I think last time you got pushed 10 feet out, so you will need to move 10 feet closer. Excuse me, do it. 5 feet, she's thick. I forget how thick that this Gawuda is.
Gawuda.
So I think I'm gonna go up to it, and I still have Shillelagh on my weapon.
Okay.
Now here's the part that gets funky. So,
Funky Town?
Yeah.
Extra thick.
Which do I use? Do I use the Shillelagh?
It would be considered a spell attack, so just use your spell attack modifier. Think.
Well, she used Shillelagh on her staff at the adder, so multiple things are going on.
Do I still have Bless?
Yes.
Is that only on saves or is that on attack rolls too?
It's on attack rolls and saves. It's on both. No, it's 1d4, not just 4.
Oh, oops.
It's fine. I think a 29 would have hit anyways.
Yes, a 29 definitely hits.
Okay. So now I do
The Shillelagh damage
the Shillelagh
plus the adder
damage.
damage.
Okay.
Huh. The bot is very slow.
She
Should I do it again?
I think she's just going too fast for the bot, so yeah.
We lost it. It's dead, Jim.
V.
I broke it.
You added it. Fix it, V.
Well, I would say for this, you can probably just roll the d6 and go from there.
Yeah.
And we'll have to figure out what we can do in the meantime.
I rolled a 2. You also have to do a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Rolled a base 16.
Hey, it's rolling again.
What I rolled sucks.
That sucks as normal.
Yeah.
So does that mean that it doesn't work or it does work?
So you got the 1 extra d6 of damage. You do not get any extra effects because it saved.
Okay. That's my turn, and now my mammoth would like to attack.
Okay.
Is my mammoth far away?
Your mammoth does need to turn around and trundle back over. It does not have enough room to do its stampeding thing again, though, I don't think.
That's 20 feet.
Doesn't have enough room to make more holes.
Well, it can still do that part. It just doesn't have enough room to actually do the tramply bit.
Okay, so it's closer than 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna gore it then again.
What did Sahali
All
do?
the gore.
Did Sahali go?
Yeah, I did. I cast a fucking something. Ray of Sickness at it.
And she was so happy because she did something else after casting it that made her go, whee!
Yeah. Which is why I can't remember what spell I cast.
Okay.
There's no indication of it anywhere.
While she's doing that, I'm going to activate my ability, and I'm going to healing word. Fucking Alfir. Yep.
Thank you,
You're
honey.
not going to healing word Gawuda?
No.
Does a 25 hit?
A 25 hits.
Woo!
Alfir, you heal 17 plus 5? 22.
Thank you.
$19?
Alright. Alfir.
Yep.
That feather. It explodes.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Everyone in the arena, give me a dexterity save.
Yay.
I'm not
Even
gonna.
though I'm super far away.
Even though you're super far away.
Is
I
it a
knew the
spell
answer. I
effect?
just wanted to ask anyway.
Is this raid-wide AoE? Ow.
Is it a spell effect before you answer him?
I didn't have a label for it, but we can call this one a spell effect, sure.
Yay! Oop, that's too many.
I got a 28.
Oh, jeez.
Are you rolling
Thanks,
dice now there, V?
No, it's right up there.
Oh, look, I can read.
17 plus 11.
I'm telling you, this bot hates me.
Yeah, you
I feel rolling dice just hates you, period.
Yeah,
Socks.
but that's what's fun about this game.
Yeah. What?
Less.
What? Oh. I forgot that was for saving throws. I don't like.
Obviously.
I don't think it's gonna help though. 'cause
I
that
don't
only
think you
puts me at
needed
a
Alfir,
15.
and you just wasted that 4.
It's
So
okay.
32.
15.
32, and I'm gonna use evasion.
Of course you are.
Why wouldn't
Bitch.
I?
Fucking Alfir just flipping out through the air. Woohoo! You can't touch this.
All right. Hit me, Miser. Hit me.
Ilaria, what was your save?
21.
So Holly, what was your save?
13.
Sasha, what was your save?
15.
I'm pretty sure I failed. I have an 8.
Alright. So Alfir and Elira take half damage. The rest of you take 22 points of damage.
Evasion, so nothing.
I think I have to roll for my mammoth too.
Yes.
22, so 11. So roll.
And is the feather still there, or did it go away with that?
It dissipates.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Ouch. 5.
You lose it. DC is always 10 or higher.
Oh, I think that was the dex save for the.
Oh, you're rolling for the mammoth for the dex save. Sorry. Yes, he
Yeah.
doesn't. He doesn't make it. No way. His dex is terrible.
He gets like a.
He gets a -1.
So he takes the 22 damage as well.
Yeah, I got him.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
And then some concentration checks.
Yeah, I rolled my con. I don't know if you have any.
Top?
Valeria.
I'm not
Elira.
concentrating anymore.
Oh, good.
Do what?
Do you have any concentration spells up?
No, that was my concentration. We killed it.
Oh, that was your Oh, I thought that was your
Yeah.
mammoth roll.
Uh,
Oh. Okay.
having
I get
the
it.
mammoth was my
Yeah.
concentration.
I get it. Yeah. See, I read it correctly. Friggin' B. No, she's rolling for the mammoth save. No, she's rolling for the con save.
So the mammoth
did you get?
dissipates?
Yeah, the mammoth's gone.
Okay.
No, that was
Oh
for
my
the
God.
mammoth. The mammoth died, which killed my concentration.
What?
The mammoth,
mammoth is
was
dead.
my concentration spell. The mammoth died. I no longer have concentration on the spell. You literally killed my concentration.
Your word choice needs some work on that, but I understand what you're going
I think
for.
I think
Thank
it's
you.
great. I think it's perfect. Never
Thank
change.
you.
He says that, but he also knows it needs a bit of work.
No, it's perfect.
It made sense to me.
We can understand Ilaria
We
language.
know what she was going for. We'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. Another layer action happens.
Goody.
Fun.
2 more Gawuda-like beings drop from the sky.
Ah.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Where?
They drop on the eastmost and leftmost, eastmost and westmost sides of the Eye of the Storm.
Okay.
Chiwada and Supana both appear.
Can I legendary action a lair action?
It is the top of a round, so you do get it back, but
Okay,
it's a layer action, not actually anything's turn.
Yeah, so that's my question. Can I interrupt?
You cannot.
Okay, that's fine.
Gawuda finished charging her ability, and Gawuda also blasts you guys. No deck save allowed.
I must not have prepped it. Oops.
You all take 26 force damage as a. I wanted to say unearthly, but that's 26 force damage. I wanted to say unearthly, but unearthly is not the word to describe it.
What was the number?
Well, that's unfortunate.
26 force damage.
Not
taking-
226.
I have
No.
taken so much raid wide AoE. I need to stop standing in the fire.
But stand and fire DPS
It doesn't
higher.
matter where you stand for this. Well, I guess it matters a little bit.
So Holly,
Does Gawuda look damaged at all? Like, is it looking like it's
Yes.
hurting?
Gawuda looks pretty damn hurt right now. So Holly,
Okay.
you see,
So how...
it's not your
oh, yeah,
turn.
go ahead.
You
Oh,
I was gonna
sorry.
see
say,
Chiwata have a laser intense focus looking at you right now, and seems like she's charging
Fantastic.
something, almost akin to what Gawuda was charging.
Oh, goody.
Sasha,
Yes,
you see the same thing happen from Supana.
Farna. Yay. Are there green and yellow tethers?
There are no tethers.
Oh, that's
That was
good.
just from that feather.
is the feather still there?
The feather is gone.
Okay.
The feather blew up in V's face and by proxy all of you.
Yep.
But Alfir, being the ninja that Alfir is, just kind of like jumped a couple times and said, "Heh, I turn all your damage off."
Yep.
That brings up Alfir's turn.
Okay, I interject.
You interject.
Yep. I breathe fire on 2 of them. I'm assuming I have an angle that I can do that.
You will manage to be able to do so on Gawuda and one of the sisters.
Yes, that's what I want to do.
That's a lot. What do I need to do for that save?
DC 24 dexterity. Bring it.
Alright, let's try this. That's a fail. And that's also a fail. Okay then.
Got him. Let me make sure I have the number right. Yep. Okay.
Would you like to explain what happens?
Yes. So Tembo gets really angry now that he has to deal with all these stupid little shits. And you see for a moment his whole body glows platinum. And then you can see the platinum spread out from him in an outline of a dragon, where the head is where Tembo's body is, and the body is behind him. And the dragon rears its head back and then just lets out a blast of radiant energy towards Gawuda and Chiwata.
Chiwata. I love it. I love it so much.
And as that's happening, he's yelling, "Face Bahamut's fury!"
Dope.
So, what would happen is that Gawuda would try to face Bahamut's fury, except for Gawuda begins to melt before the fury of Bahamut instead. Does not face it because Gawuda is busy yelling out in pain that Sohale does not currently hear.
Damn it. Nothing like the screams of the dying to fill my soul.
And Gawuda dissipates, and you see a blue glowing, what looks to be gem, sitting on the ground as the eye of the storm fades away. And you hear, "You have taken out one of us, but there are more!" The ground below you begins to erupt
Oh, fucking hell.
And
This is a boss gauntlet.
This is
before
Ukab.
you know it, this is before you know it, the grasslands melt away to nothing but a barren wasteland.
Hi,
And-
Titan.
No, hi Ifrit.
And you see a force jump pretty much from one of the castle walls from where it was, turn into a ball of fire, and an explosion happens as it lands at what is now the northern end of an arena that has been engulfed in flames.
Oh, goody.
This is fucking Ultima form.
This is Ukab.
God damn it.
Are those
Question.
other two creatures
Or
also
not
there?
Ukab, Uwu.
Miser, did I derive
Uwu.
that it has a soul?
You cannot tell offhand because in the moment, everything that you potentially could see from it coalesced into that blue gem and fell to the floor. Chiwata and Supana both dissipated at the same time as Gawuda did.
Okay.
Damn it, I was gonna try to capture its soul.
And it is almost midnight. I actually had plans of making this more than a one shot. I kind of bait and switched you guys if you would like to continue this
I'm
some more
down.
later on.
Hell
I don't
yeah.
know, that depends on
I'm down.
Sox's schedule.
It does depend on Sox's schedule. But at the same
I am
time,
definitely down.
I would like to make more of this game happen. Because just to
Yeah.
note, the Crystal Lord has undergone some evolutions over time. Crystal
No
Lord
shit.
only actually used to be one of these bosses that you might or might not be fighting.
Yeah, I'm down to keep boss rushing.
I was gonna commune with Bahamut too, but oh well.
I mean,
I never got the
91
chance.
damage, platinum dragon breath. I think you should take that.
That was amazing.
Call that good.
I was wondering if it was getting under 100 hit points. I was like, can I power word kill this thing? And then he was like, 91 damage, it explodes. I'm like, I could have power word killed it, damn it. It's good to know, though. That's good to know.
I'm gonna have to start self-healing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start self-healing too.
I have a question for Miser if we're done playing.
We're done for the night. It's almost midnight. Most people have not necessarily hard stops there, but yeah.
If I take necrotic damage, so my character sheet says I have resistance because I'm over level 18 as a wizard, a necromancy wizard.
You don't
But does
absorb
that
it as
heal
undead.
me?
You
Okay,
do
I was
not
just
absorb it
curious.
as being an undead.
I was just curious. But I still resist it, right?
Yeah, you still hold your other stuff for it. Whatever other perks you get towards that, you still have.
Cool beans. Thank you for letting Tenbo heal me. I'd be dead right now if he didn't.
Yeah, but would you though? Because you're lit, you never truly die.
Well, okay, I would not be able to play with you guys anymore.
We'll see her in
I
a
just
day.
revivify you, that's fine. Because
Does
that's
You
Revivify
revivify a
work
lich?
on it?
pretty sure revivify is still okay.
Is it though? Because
I'm checking.
the soul returns to the phylactery, where
Yeah.
the body regrows, right?
Yep.
Lich 5E.
Guess I'll end the stream.